Yes. Good evening, everybody, for the biggest game of the season. And in true Tottenham fashion, Jed Spence has been dropped. Our best right back, our best left back has been dropped to the bench. It's so angepostecoglou. But here we are, Ange dropping our best defensive player when we're about to play some very good attacking players. Let's hope this doesn't come back to bite us. I'll go through the team in just 1 second, but good evening to you all. Good evening. But let's start as we mean to go on, though, right? Let's start as we mean to go on. What I don't want one of these games where I have to talk about, come on, let's smash the like button, let's subscribe. Let's just do this now, shall we, people? It would be much easier to do. Bear with me 1 second. My YouTube studio. Switch account. Bear with me 1 second, everybody. My YouTube. There we go. YouTube. What's going on here? Sorry, bear with me 1 second, people. My account seems to have it seems to have frozen. Bear with me, people. Let me get this sorted at the front end so that I don't need to do this halfway through. So if I go to view on YouTube, bear with me 1 second. Sorry, I have no idea what's happening here. So bear with me. Analytics, what's going on here? There we go. That's much better. I don't know what everything else was about. Guys, welcome. Let's smash the like button, shall we? Start as we mean to go on. Now that I've got my back end setting sorted. Tottenham Hotspur, big game tonight. Frankfurt at home. I've been told, you've been told, we've all been told nothing else matters other than beating Frankfurt. So we bloody well better go and beat Frankfurt at home. Let's have a look at the team, shall we? The team is like this. In true Ange style, he's gone back to everything we know he loves. The team is Vicario in goal, Pedro Porro at right back, Romero and Van der Ven at centre back, with Destiny Udogie at left back. Bergvall, Bentancur and James Maddison as a midfield three, with Brennan Johnson on the right, Dominic Solanke through the middle, and the captain, Son, through the left. The subs bench is Austin, Whiteman, Spence, who drops to the bench, Davis, Gray, Basuma, Sarr, Moore, Odeber, Tell and Richarlison. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 subs allowed in the Europa League. 11 subs in the Europa League as Chelsea take the lead at Legia Warsaw. Chelsea have just scored. It's on the screen to the left of me. Chelsea have scored. Let me know what you make of that team, everybody. So Moore comes back in, but you would expect that because we're allowed 11 subs, but Jed Spence not being preferred to Udogie or Porro tells me all I need to know. He is such a strange manager. I'm not going to lie. Listen, I don't know. They might have absolute worldies tonight, Porro and Udogie, but we do know that defensively those two aren't great. Now, if Frankfurt get a player in, hang on, let's get that a bit more light in there. If Frankfurt work this out quickly and attack us down the wings and we don't have Jed Spence, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier for them to get in without Jed Spence playing. But let's have a look. Before we do anything, let's have a look at the Frankfurt team. The Frankfurt team is like this. They have got Santos in goal, Christensen, Koch, Tiete and Brown in the defence, Tuta and Skiri in midfield, with Bohoya, Larson and Mario Götze behind Ekatike. who has got 13 in 27 league games this year, 3-3 in the German Cups, and he's got 6 goal contributions, including 3 goals in the Europa League. So what I would say is Jean Matteo Bahoya, who is their left winger, I'm going to call it now. He's going to have a good game. He's going to have a good game running at Pedro Porro, and Mario Götze, I reckon, will start to pull some strings tonight. But listen, I still think we will win. I have said all week, I think that we will win this game 2-1 or 3-2. I think we will win by 1 goal. Now, that would give us a much needed lead going into the Germans, into the German stadium. However, for me, I don't think it's going to be enough, a 1-goal lead. So for me, let's see. Let me know your immediate thoughts on the team lineup. So for anyone who has just joined, it is Vicario in goal, Porro, Romero, Van de Ven, and Udogie, which is his favoured back four. Bergvall, Bentancur, and James Maddison, with a front three of Johnson, Solanke, and Son. The bench is Austin, Whiteman, Spence, Davis, Gray, Basuma, Sarr, Moore, Odeber, Tell, and Richarlison. So let me know what you make of that team. It's everything I thought it would be. However, the only one that I got wrong was I genuinely thought Jed Spence would start. I genuinely thought he would, but he isn't. He isn't starting. So we will see what happens. Let's say hello to a few people. Let's start as you mean to go on. And thank you to you lot who have started as you've kind of meant to go on. There's 270 in here and counting. 72 likes. Really, we should be on 125 likes by now. So smash that like button. As we said, in the other games at the moment that are live, let me just quickly double check the Europa League game. Bodo Glimt, who are a very good team. Bodo Glimt have taken the lead against Lazio at Bodo. So Bodo Glimt at home are 1-0 up to Lazio as things stand. In the Conference League, it is Legia Warsaw 0, Chelsea 1. Young George has scored. The youngster George has scored for Chelsea in that game. So they could be potentially taking home a much needed lead going into the second leg. But still half an hour or so to go in that game, maybe a little bit more. They've had 73% of the game. They look very comfortable, if we're going to be honest. And let's see who wins tonight. Here we go. This is that simple. This is the poll going up. Is it going to be Spurs? Is it going to be a draw? Or at the option, is that going to be Frankfurt? There we go. There's the poll. It is now live. Please smash that poll. Let's see if we can get as many people voting as possible to give us a wide range, and we'll come back to that. Who we got in the house? Just some quick hellos. Mr. Colleen, Vinny Rowley, Craig Henshaw in the house, Tony Rodriguez, a channel member from Sweden, Paul Summerfield, Brian Maguire is in the house. He's not confident of a good result. Finn Rickwood is here. Big up, Finn. How you doing, bro? G Giant. Jeff is here as well. Anthony Clark, good evening, sir. Good evening to you. Anthony Clark, who very generously has stuck in a super sticker, always does. What a legend. Really very generous of you. So thank you very much for that. Bethany Curtis is in the house. The two Marks, Mark Cook, the Cookmeister is in the house. Mark is here. Big up to you. Big up to Daniela. Big up to Ryan G. Big up to Greg. Let the fun begin. Absolutely. I think we win tonight. There's my man, Ash. Ash, how you doing, bro? Who sent me the lineup before anyone else. Ash is like the Romano of the YouTube viewers. Big up to Phil Coys, who said, I think we may be pleasantly surprised. I'm going for a 3-0 win. Yeah, sure. I can't take you seriously a lot of the time, though. I can't see how we've been playing that we win this 3-0. Just remember this. I'm gonna take a picture of this and just remember this for later, because you do say these things, don't you? There we go. So I'm gonna put that in my group, and I'm gonna say, just so everyone can see, this is Phil Coys before the game. So if it doesn't go well, no backtracking from him. He's told us we're going to win 3-0. There we go. So Phil Coys goes into the memory bank there. Big up to Henry Thong TV. Spence being benched is a joke. That's got to be the main talking point, isn't it? He's been our best and most consistent defender of all of the defenders, not just the fullbacks, of Romero and Van der Ven as well. Why is he not playing in this game? Adie's asking why Spence is on the bench. No idea. He does some strange stuff, doesn't he, this manager? He really, really does. Oh, there he is, my man Luke. How you doing, bro? Hope you are well. Big up to you. Billy Wilson Neil, Ryan G, Nick Gray. Yeah, some good filming with the sun. It was very good. I've been Chelsea are 2-0 up. Madueke has just scored for Chelsea. Legia Warsaw 0, Chelsea 2. Yeah, some good filming. I got roasted a lot. Honestly, these other fan bases just think that we are insignificant. They are all having debates among themselves. Like the Manchester United fan and Man City fan are debating who had the best treble. The Arsenal and Chelsea fans are debating which of their two clubs will win the league next. I'm sitting there going, I don't know. We're in the quarterfinals of Europa. It's so difficult being a Spurs fan in and amongst that crowd. It really, really is. But good evening to each and every one of you. Let's have a look. Dropping Spence. I would say I'm shocked, but this manager is terrible. So I don't know. Listen, maybe he gets it right. But dropping Spence is absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand it from any way, shape, or form. I don't understand it. Can anyone give any form of reasoning? Can anyone give any form of reasoning? Hey, live if anyone wants to join. Can anyone give any form of reasoning as to why Jed Spence wouldn't be in the 11 tonight? I mean, surely we can't use the rested for Wolves line, can we? Big up to a user, very generous. I said we paid 10 million for a loan signing to warm the bench. Never change, Spurs. Never change. A 10 million loan signing. The guy sits on the bench, but hey, it is what we do. It is what we do. Never, ever, ever underestimate Spurs' ability to do stupid things. Again, crazy. No Spence. Frankfurt 5-0. I can't see Frankfurt winning 5-0. Don't know. Got to keep hydrated. Yes. Frankfurt, listen, again, they would have done their homework. Their manager would have done their homework. He would know to get us down the fullback areas, which surprises me that we then wouldn't play our best fullbacks. What's the midfield? The midfield is Bergvall, Madison, and Bentancur. Here we go. Lurs is in here, this guy. Why are you backing us to win? Makes no sense. You call this manager trash and then proceed to say we'll win. When we do, you say you called it. If we lose, you say you go ham on them. Lurs, sorry. Are you a 12-year-old? Just because I don't rate the manager doesn't mean we can't win any games of football. What on earth? Everybody, twat in the chat so far goes to Lurs. He's always saying stupid shit. Rob Frank, got a bone to pick with you. I saw a very nasty comment you made out about me 2 years ago to this day. I wonder if you would like to apologize. It was on a video. It was on a video about when Sean and I debated Villa and Spurs, and you were calling me all sorts and saying you can't take me seriously. Looks like I was very, very right, Rob, doesn't it? Stop enunciating every 10 seconds. Nope. JHAM. No, it's my channel. I do whatever I like, mate. I don't listen to people like you. This is my channel. You don't want to be here. See you later, sunshine. See you later. We should be battering. I don't know where that's come from. I don't know why we should be battering Frankfurt. I think we will scrape a win versus them. I don't know where the battering should come from. Evening, Savva. As always, Ange out. Yeah, Ange out until he leaves. We'll see. Ryan G said, do you think Ange will rotate much for the game at the weekend? I don't know. I don't know, mate. I give up trying to predict this absolutely ridiculous manager. Good evening to Ricardo. How you doing? Good evening to you. Big up to Soppy Nuts. That's a lovely name. Soppy Nuts has said 3-1 Spurs. I'll definitely take that. Big up to Wayne Francois. Big up all in the chat. Smash the like button. Yes, do smash the like button. Only 130 likes, 440 of you in here. You know the drill, people. Come on, you know the drill. Where are we? Big up to a user who said, maybe Ange not happy with Rio interview. Sunglasses. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Spence said anything bad, did he? I think he could have gone in really hard on Ange, and I don't think he did. But this would be a very strange time to drop him, right? For the biggest game of the season, as Chelsea nearly score a third. So possibly, I mean, it's definitely a theory you could give some credit to, but that interview was 2 weeks back, and we've played a couple of times since then, but we'll see. And thank you very much for the generous super chat. Mark said resting him for the league running. Yeah. Mad. Listen, Frankfurt are a decent team, right? This isn't a team that I'm looking at and going, oh my God, they're scary. But they are a team that score goals. So, as with anything, when Spurs play, teams score goals. So we have to wait and see what they do tonight. But we'll see, won't we? We'll see what happens. I think I've not moved away from this. Everyone's been listening to me for the last however many weeks. I've said I think we win the home game, and I think we lose the away game. And I think it's going to be whoever wins their home game the most is going to go through. Yes, Elliot, yes. Look, Adogi. Adogi. I've never been impressed with him, but I would like to see what would happen if we had a coach that could maybe develop him as a young player. I feel sorry for him, but I also don't think from what I've seen, I wouldn't be bothered at losing him. But I do think that you will see if he goes to play for Pep in a year, 18 months, Pep would have turned him into a top player. That's because Pep Guardiola's a world-class football coach. And at the moment, we've got Ange, whatever his name is. Here's Chelsea again. By the way, they're going to score again soon here, aren't they? They're going to score again soon. Ted Lasso would never drop Spence. Yes. Come on. It's Arsenal. They're bound to do that. It's what Arsenal fans and Spurs fans do to each other. Ahmed said I was going to go to today's game, but quickly realised we have Ange and I can't support mediocrity. Hey ho, Ryan Cherky watched today. Listen, people can choose whether to go or not, won't they? So, HTTR said playing two fullbacks who can't defend along with Bentancur in the middle scares me. Everything this manager does scares me, but I still think we should have enough at home to beat them. I know that it's funny. I know we get children in the chat, don't we? We do get children. Like, who was that idiot just now? Lurs. Just because I don't rate the manager means I don't think we're ever going to win a game of football. Interesting times. I mean, Barry, good evening, sir. Have you had a haircut yet?
No, tomorrow morning before I head down to Cornwall on Saturday.
Cornwall, that's very nice. Again, look, our mate Phil Coys he just honestly, you know, when in our group where he constantly doesn't rate this manager, he backs everything he does.
Yeah.
Let's start with this, Nick. Can you do what Phil's done here and find any reason as to why Jed Spence wouldn't play tonight?
Savva, mate. It's who we are. That's why I've done it, just to wind the fan base up.
Who knows, mate? What I don't understand why arguably our best player for the last 3 months for our biggest game of the season has been dropped. So maybe Andy's just trying to try and banter us like he was, you know, always like he did yesterday in the press conference and everything else. Look, I don't know what's he gonna do? Is he gonna a doggy's gonna score, get an assist, or is he gonna cup his ears to the fans? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do. Obviously, you know, we don't see Archie Gray in midfield either. So Lubo's, you know, upset again because he's being proved wrong.
Am I over enunciating things? There seems to be a conversation in the chat about me enunciating. Does that just mean that I can speak proper English and pronounce my words?
No, I think because you've been away with the sun the last 2 days, you've had to be on your best behaviour. You're not all South London, have you? You know.
Oh mate, I find it hilarious. People going, "Can you stop enunciating?" Sorry, what? Like what? What have I done wrong? Andrew, this is it. This is it. So I think Spurs will win tonight. Oh, how can you think they're going to win, Savva? The manager's trash. Oh, yeah. Well, I must admit, Nick, I did say that Spurs would lose 38 games of 38 all season. Back to, by the way, Bodo Glimt 2,
wow.
Lazio 0. Bodo Glimt, by the way, I said this all year, they're a very good team. They're a very, very good team. But let's get back to our team. Our best defensive player of the season, not in the lineup. It truly, I would say it was truly bizarre. But Nick, with this manager, are you shocked at that sort of decision?
I mean, I know the squad's different, right? Which is why, because I was sitting there going, why have we got Austin and Whiteman on the bench? And then I realised that the squad's obviously different and everything else. But I don't understand. Is Mikey Moore just getting on the bench because he's in the squad and he has to do it? Is he? Oh, I know what it is. I've had an epiphany. He's testing him again.
Oh,
he's testing him, isn't he?
Oh,
he's going to say, "See, that's what it is." I mean, for me, there's another shock. Madison starting 3 games in a row. I mean, that's another shock, right? So I think that's madness. It would have been interesting to see if Kulusevski was fit, because I think we all know who would have been dropped and who would have been playing, don't we?
Oh, for sure. But this is the thing, you know, when we have these arguments and people were like, we had this debate a while back in the WhatsApp group where we said, you know, when Udogie and Porro are fit in the big game, he will start both. Everyone was going, no, definitely start Spence. This is what he does. You're right. If Kulusevski was fit, Madison would not be playing either. This guy has his 11 and he does not want to move from it, which is fine if it comes off. But for me, I think you've got to look and say, listen, if we are murdered down our fullback areas tonight, this man, as normal, has to take the loss on it. He has to take the loss on it.
Yeah, but he won't. I mean, it's sunny today, right? So they're gonna start the game in a bit of daylight. That'll probably be the excuse today. I mean, look, I'm kind of I mean, the midfield kind of picks itself. Obviously, Starboy Johnson, because he got 2 goals at the weekend. You know, you couldn't possibly not play him. You know, could not possibly not play him tonight. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Johnson's gonna have a stinker. I mean, off the bench, what have we got? We've got Odebear, who apparently had a hamstring injury. So you've got mud on your face, Savva, because you said he was injured. So you were listening to the nonsense on Twitter earlier. Obviously, our lethal centre forward from the penalty spot, Tell, to come on. I don't know, that bench doesn't really. If we need to change it, what are we going to do? Bring on? Oh, I know. Dom Solanke's not doing it, so we'll bring on Richarlison. So it's just I just don't understand. Look, we've got to get it done tonight. I mean, they've gone. It's gonna. I mean, they've been clever, right? They've put 5 in that midfield, so they are going to absolutely cut through that midfield, which isn't hard because it's never there, right? But they're going to cut through. They're going to sit back, and then we'll just have to watch it. But it's a massive game, right? It's a massive game. Look, we can, like you've said, we can still win the tournament. We'll know a little bit more after tonight's results where that puts us in the overall thing. I mean, you wouldn't have predicted what happened on Tuesday night at the Emirates. You probably would have said Barcelona would have won, but maybe not as comfortable as they did. Bayern Munich, you probably think would have beaten Inter at home. So look, we'll have to wait and see. But look, Porro, Romero, Van der Ven and Udogie, all those players are back from injury. Let's see how they go on tonight, right?
Well, yeah, listen, I mean, these players have been, it's a penalty, by the way, for Chelsea at Legia Warsaw. So it looks like
Chelsea, just give them the trophy already. Do you know what I mean?
They're going to win this trophy. They really are going to win it. I just find it all a bit strange. Like, I know it's only one player, and I'm not saying Spence is the greatest player I've ever seen in defence, but defensively, he's so much more capable and comfortable than Porro and Udogie. So for him not to be at right back or left back, just mad.
I know. I think everyone's. It's just. I just don't. Nothing surprises me anymore with this football club. We got 45 minutes till kickoff, and I'm already thinking, Frankfurt must be licking their lips knowing that Porro and Udogie are playing.
But the thing is, as I said before, everyone who plays Spurs knows that we're not good defensively at fullback. It's our weakest area. Why would you not play your strongest player?
Yeah, I mean that was pretty much your team, wasn't it? That you said, bar Spence.
Yeah,
yesterday. I mean, looking at the squad, I mean, there isn't anyone. I mean, obviously, Dragashin's injured. Midfield is the midfield. Kulusevski's injured. Werner's injured. So, I mean, there isn't anyone really that you. But why? But why then pick Spence in the updated squad and then not play him?
Mate, I listen. Let's move on from that. I'll be honest. It's winding me up. I find it a ridiculous notion. By the way, Chelsea are 3-0 up. Madueke's got his second of the game. So Chelsea are 3-0 up in the away leg. I think we know what's going to happen there. Can I bring the starting lineup, please? I'm not going to bring it up because it removes all my setup, but it is Vicario in goal, Porro, Van der Ven, Romero, and Udogie. It's Bentancur, Bergvall, and Maddison. And then it's Johnson on the right, Solanke through the middle, and Son on the left. And then you've got everybody else that's fit is on the bench, the likes of the Mikey Moores, the Greys, the Richarlisons. Matisse Tell, I want to talk about him in a minute, but big up, Rob. Rob, I was only joking, buddy. You didn't have to do that. I just saw the comment. I just saw the comment and it made me laugh. I was flicking through yesterday, and on my reel, Nick, it came up. The debate Sean and I had on Henry's channel 2 years ago about why Villa are superior to Tottenham, and the abuse I received in the chat. This guy doesn't know football. He thinks their players are better than ours. You'd rather Emery than Ange, all of this. 2 years later. Rob, you didn't have to. Rob, big up to you. I know, mate. It's all good. Listen, I know. I come across a little bit different these days, but Ange did bring the worst out of our fan base, and I am one of them. But big up to you, mate. You didn't have to put that in, but thank you very much. I really do appreciate you, and you're always welcome my channel. I just saw the comment, and it was like, oh, there's a few people here who seem to like me now that were saying some horrible things. But big up to you.
I mean, I don't like you, and I say horrible things. So there you go. What? It works for us all. It works for us all. I'm only joking, people in the chat. Before you go and report back.
No, mate. It's I just don't get it. The most important game of the season. Oh, hang on. Did that just go out? That went out.
Yeah, it went out. I wasn't. Oh.
And
okay.
we're back. Big up to Chloe. She's been a member for 9 months now. Big up to you, Chloe. She said, you're going to win 2-2. No, Chloe, we can't win 2-2 because we're actually going to win. And it's going to give us a chance to hold up our famous lost by 1 goal trophy.
Do you know what? I think, I know Perchy said it as well. I think he said 2-1. I said 2-1 earlier. But I just worry if we don't, if we don't start well and then they settle into the game, that we could allow ourselves to be exposed a little bit.
Yeah. No, I agree. Harry saying Bodo Glimt, Dark Horses. Listen, I've watched them a few times this year. They always impress me. You know what they are? They are everything we're not. They are super organized. They are so well drilled. And anyone who's seen any of them will tell you that not just tonight, they look a team. Big up to Hennessy. How you doing, bro? I said, I'm a negative Nancy. A 2-0 loss for Spurs tonight. I feel that teams like Frankfurt are always better in front of their own fans. I feel like away days, teams like this don't tend to turn up. But the problem I've got with my own theory, right? My own theory is this is Tottenham, and you never know. But I just get the feeling we will turn up tonight. I just got a feeling we will turn up tonight. I hope. But big up to you. Let's see. There's 591 people, only 176 likes. Please, can we get that to 250 ASAP? And thank you tonight. So far, we've had 4 subscribers. 4 subscribers, 600 in here. Let's get a few more subscribers, shall we? Let's do that straight away. Here's the link. I'm going to pin it in the chat. And hopefully we can start moving towards the 18,000 mark very, very quickly. The link is pinned. There it is, pinned in the chat. If anyone hasn't subscribed, please go and subscribe. And then a super chat from a user who has said, even the dead turns up when facing Tottenham. Look, what I would say for this, no matter which players we rate, the manager we rate or not, the tactics we rate or not, Nick, tonight you'd like to think the players just for themselves, forgetting tactics or whatever, can go out there, put in a good performance and actually say, yeah, you know what, we do care. We do care about the club. We do care about our season. Big up to you,
Yeah, no, and I think, look, a lot of, we all know what's been said about Andy's tactics, the players, everything else, right? But you're right. At some point, these players do need to take some sort of responsibility. They need to, they need to turn up tonight and they need to say, this is a quarterfinal of the Europa League, which we have an opportunity of winning regardless of how we've been playing. And we need to go out tonight and we need to show, everyone is fit. We don't have excuses. We're playing at home. It's not raining. Whatever other nonsense you want to talk about, go out there, get it done, be professional, and then we don't need to not worry about the second leg because I think even we don't need to get 3-0 up and do what Arsenal fans have been doing and saying the tie's done and it's over. Because it's never over until it's over. We certainly can't be knocked out tonight. We certainly can't win tonight, but we certainly can pretty much put a nail in our coffin if we don't turn up and concede two goals plus, because we know it's going to be tough going to Frankfurt. Like you said, they're going to be they're going to be they're going to come here. They're going to you've seen the way that they're going to set up. They're going to hit us on the counter, and they're going to play that low block, right? So that's how they're going to play, and they'll be more expansive because they don't need to take any risks. So, and I think we've said this on numerous times. Whoever manages their home leg better will be the team that goes through.
Agreed.
And you never know. This could be Tottenham could surprise us, but these players they 100% need to turn up. You know, they 100% need to turn up for their own self-respect. I think more than anything.
Yeah. Listen, I agree with you. Look, there are things that will happen that will be out of their control. I think, like when Jed Spence did say in that interview that, they're told they cannot move away from his style of play. They cannot, they're not given license to, like Rio Ferdinand said that Alex Ferguson gave his team license to, hey, if it's not going well in the game, you know what you need to do for 5-10 minutes. It's why I've signed you. It's why you play for Man United. You're a leader. Go and change it. Spence said, no, there's none of that at Spurs, that we just keep playing that way. And I just
hope... Is there any leaders? And he couldn't answer the question. He didn't really answer the question very well, did he? Didn't mention Romero in that, did he?
I think it must be difficult because I think it's strange when current players do interviews and podcasts like that. I always find it strange when current players bring out autobiographies. I always feel that should be an end of career move, because you risk alienating a lot of people that are currently still picking you or you're playing with or whatever it may be. Let's look at Chloe said, would love you to win and keep your hands off our manager. She is a Crystal Palace fan that doesn't want us to take Glasner. Chloe, as I've said, you're more than welcome to join Tottenham, the fan base, only if you bring Eze and Glasner, actually, and Guehi. Bring Wharton. I'll take Munoz as well. And Lacroix.
And Mateta.
Actually, I'll tell you what, our Palace amassed a better team than Spurs. Big up to you. Thank you so much, Chloe. And big up to Anthony Clark with his second super sticker of the day. Anthony, tell these frauds to subscribe. We've got some good likes today, but the subscribers, it's not very good. We are on 205 likes. Let's look at the rest of the team, Nick. The midfield three, no surprises there for me. What you were expecting, Bentancur, Bergvall, Maddison.
Yeah, and I think we've seen, Bergvall has gone, after that first leg, in the Carabao Cup. Bergvall's kind of been that kind of staple in that midfield. You've seen it, it was Sarr, and then Sarr's kind of fallen out of fashion. Bentancur's got a big role to play, because what we've seen from him in the last few weeks is he does some good, but he also does some bad. He loses the ball, or he is caught ball watching. And this is a big game for him. He's in theory, obviously Maddison's the creator, but he's the one that needs to be mopping everything up, and he needs to be, kind of everywhere. I don't want to see a sloppy version of Bentancur, because if he's sloppy, that means Solanke will have to drop even deeper, which means there'll be no outlet. And we know what happens with Son, and we know what happens with Brennan Johnson. It could be quite a blunted attack, right? Here he is. Of course he is.
Here he is.
Yo.
Here he is. Lupo.
How you doing? And we got a few friends here. Hold on.
Oh, God.
Right.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Right. I don't want to talk to Barrison. No, I'm fed up with him. Hello. Fed up with him.
Oh, there's little Matty K as well. It's all
Little
happening.
Matty K.
Oh,
listen, I'm here for the vacant manager's job later on. Can I have an interview?
It's Dapper Phil.
Where's your tie?
Listen, let's swap out one angry Greek bloke for another. Woo!
Oh, Lubo.
How we doing, guys?
Lubo, you assured me that when everyone's fit, Jed Spence would start in big games. What's happened,
There
mate?
you go. How mad is this manager? How mad is he? If Spence can't get in, what chance has Gray got? I've got to tell you.
There he is.
Mad, eh? Mad. How mad is that?
Mate, what on a serious note, what do you the 11? What do you make of the 11?
Ange out, Levy out. What I think
Love
of the
it.
11, I think it's the right 11 bar Spence for Udogie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think Spence has been better on the left than the right, funny enough. And I would have played him there. So,
I agree with you. What's the general feeling in and around the ground?
Well, all the rest, Chip Town, Chick King, Noodle King, they're all chock-a-block. So there's plenty of people here, and there's plenty of people early eating. So
is Mr. Box Office in Chick King?
I mean, I came down to try Chick King because Ben's been going on about it all the time. Couldn't get near it, mate. I mean, hang on. I mean, let me show you this queue. I mean,
Lubo, have you never had a Chick King, Lubo?
Sorry?
Have you never had a Chick King?
Look at this queue. I mean, look at that.
What? That's the queue for Chick King?
Yeah, it's always like that. Yeah.
That's the queue for Chick King.
That's the queue for Chick King. plenty of Levy outs there that won't buy in the grounds. It's getting lively out here now.
Lubo, give me a score prediction for tonight.
Jesus. I was asked, Stell asked me this the other night, and I said, my head says I haven't got a clue. And my heart is going to say 3-1.
3-1 Tottenham.
So that's my heart talking. Keep my fingers crossed that they actually come out and turn up tonight.
I hope so. I hope so. Just the last thing I want to ask you, Lubo.
Go on.
Matisse Tell is starting to look like a very expensive £10 million loan signing.
Sorry, which one?
Matisse Tell.
It's, I think he was just the wrong person at the wrong time, wasn't he? Again,
sure.
You know, there's no rhyme or reason for the transfer policy. Why buy Kinski when you got 6 other keepers? Didn't make sense, did it?
No.
And Tell neither. Just pointless. The whole thing about Tell is that he's only involved here with Levy because Bayern Munich owe us money. That's the only reason.
I agree. Listen, Lubo, just before you go, I don't know if you guys have seen that Bodo Glimt are beating Lazio 2-0.
I saw, yes, just saw. Well,
2-0.
You never know, do you? And second season, who knows?
Oh,
who knows? What about if Glasgow Rangers go to Bilbao tonight and turn them over?
If Bodo can beat Lazio, they can beat Tottenham, mate. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that.
Got no chance of getting a ticket if we get through there. I think the ground holds about 8,000, doesn't it?
God, it's tiny.
I don't know, Lubo. I thought with your connections with old Archie Gray, mate, he might be able to get you a ticket, mate. You know.
Well, listen, I understand that you've got big connections in Milan now. So
well, that is true.
You know, maybe as a European powerhouse, that Emerson can get in touch with UEFA and see if he can find some tickets for me. What do you reckon?
Well, if Archie can't get them sorted, then I'll give Emerson a call, mate.
I'll give you a shout.
I don't like to brag, but I've now got connections with a Sun newspaper, so it's just the way it is. Just the way it is, guys.
Was those photos that we saw? Are you going to be a page 5 boy now?
I thought I looked quite sexy in those photos. I thought I looked all right, Lubo.
I would expect to see them on, I don't know, GK or was it GQ or L Magazine? Hello Magazine, what's next? Hey, it's going to know no bounds, is it? This, this FHTV brand. Where's it going next?
It's getting everywhere. Listen, I'm going to kick you off so you can go and enjoy because the game's starting in about 26 minutes. So, listen, we'll speak to you after the game.
Catch you then. Cheers, guys.
Have fun, mate.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Listen, Nick, just quickly, Tony Rodriguez very generously gifting 5 channel memberships. Big up to you, Tony. Let me see if I can find out who they went to. Those memberships went to Hennessy. Hang on. No, they didn't. those members, sorry, ignore me. Those memberships, if I can find out who they went to. Nope, I've got those memberships went to Ryan McFarland, Paul G, Max Lyon, Immortal Worm, and AFC Matt. So big up to each of you for getting a Football Heritage TV membership. And thank you very much, Tony, for your generosity. And then I had to bring this comment up. I just thought this was funny. Matt is in here with his pearls of wisdom, saying the Palace team are poor. Let's not overhype them. You've got to laugh, Nick, ain't you, at this guy? Troll's going to troll. Troll's going to troll.
Sorry, aren't they playing an FA Cup semi-final soon? I mean,
aren't they above us in the league? FA Cup semi-final, lose their best players every year. Their coaches won a European tournament. But yeah, they're a poor team. What a poor team they are. You've got to laugh. You really, really got to laugh. Yeah, listen, the midfield, what worries me about that midfield is if we're playing well, it all functions well. I know that sounds really obvious, Nick, but it's when we're not playing well, I look at all three of them and I think, where's the person that's going to sit in front of the back four and take the pressure away from the defense? Who's the person that's going to put their foot on the ball? Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's really, where's Bentancur? He's got to be everywhere, but Madison's got a part to play in this as well, because he can't. I think Madison's going to have to play a different kind of game tonight than he would normally. He's going to have to say to Bentancur, right, you sit in front, and I'm going to sit in front of you, and Bergval's going to run around doing craziness, and I'm going to be the one that's kind of pulling the strings. I'm just. This is, like you said, this is where they need to do the leadership team, Sonny, Madison, and Romero. That they've got to have that spine tonight. I'm not sure though that we're going to see that, but look, let's hope we do, because we need to. I've just asked Lubo. I can't. Surely Lubo's had a chick king. Everyone must have had a chick king in their life, no?
Well, as Corey said, he calls himself a yid and he's never been to Chick King. Let's be fair. I would never, ever go to Chick King on a normal day. But if it was a Spurs game, I might feel like popping in there. Let's have a guess.
Have you never been to Chick King now? Are we having this?
I've been to Chick King, yeah, but I won't pay Levy anymore, so I don't go to Spurs anymore. But yeah, I've been to Chick King.
Okay, I thought I was going to have two shockers in this.
No.
That would mean that that would mean everything that everyone's been saying about you is true, that you don't support Spurs because you haven't been to
Look, Lubo, plastic fan, never had a Chick King. Let's ask in the chat. How much money do we reckon Chick King takes on match day?
Oh,
how many thousands of pounds does Chick King take on match day?
That shot, like, no word of a lie, right? At the start of the game, probably about an hour before kickoff, it's all the way down and round the corner, and it's the same after kickoff as well. It is like printing money, and I think that's why Daniel Levy wanted to get rid of it, because when they do all the regeneration, Chick King will be no more. So what he actually missed out of is, he tried to do this posh chicken inside. He would have actually done what would have served him well, is that he would have, if he'd have got Chick King inside the stadium. He missed a trick there. He missed a trick. Well, kudos. He is. I'm not going to say Savva isn't, but we're not a very attractive bunch, are we? So the levels. There's levels.
I'm going to frame this comment. Savva is the best looking Spurs fan we know. I'm taking it. I can go to bed happy tonight, win, lose, or draw. Did you hear that? I'm the best looking Spurs fan anyone knows. The wife is not. She's not having any of it, really.
She's like, they must be ugly then.
Do you know what? Do you know what I love? Going back to that Matt comment about Palace. Isn't it amazing how he can back this utter shit show of a manager in Ange? But then when you look at the really good job Glasner's done, and without being harsh, and sorry, Chloe, but without being harsh, it is a smaller club with a small budget that loses their players. Isn't it funny when a manager does a great job, right, at a club like that? We mock them, but Ange, who's doing a terrible job, he wants to give 3 to 5 years. Do you see why lots of people can't get those people like any credit? Why they can't be given any credit?
It's the arrogance. I think we do it all the time. We do it with all these players. We do it with managers. We do it with other teams. We think we're better than we are. We think we deserve better than we get. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the thing. Yeah. You sit there and go, "Oh, that manager, no. Oh, that player, no." You know, we were saying this the other night. We were talking about Rashford. We were talking, "Oh no, I want to have Rashford. He's finished." Sorry, what? You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it's the same about
Rashford's not good enough for Spurs. Sorry, what? He's good enough to go and play for Villa, who are in Champions League quarter-final, FA Cup semi-final, 1 point off the Champions League. But no, not good enough for Spurs. Cool, got it.
Yeah, I think that's it. We think as a fan base that we're a big six. We're a big six club. We act like a big six club. We should have big six players. Maybe not even big six. I think maybe top 4 players. You know, we think we're a top 4 club with a top 4 because we've got this shiny stadium and we deserve everything that we. You know, it's and that's the thing. So people go, "Oh no, not Glasner. He's at Palace. Why would we want someone that's at Palace? What that's above us and in a semi-final of an FA Cup? We wouldn't want an Aston Villa. Or what? Why wouldn't we want Unai Emery? What? Because he's done what he's done. I mean, it's the revisionism on all of this is crazy, right? And you know, it's the same thing. You know, you talk about Hewson down at Bournemouth. Oh no, what? Nah, Hewson, no mate. He's young. He's not good enough. You know, it's just nonsense. And Destiny, you're the problem, mate. Going in that stadium and spending £7 on free samosas. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Destiny? I thought you were better than that.
Free samosas at £7. I remember when last time I was there, I mean, it must be going back a couple of years now, and I got a sausage roll in the Spurs stadium. And I remember, don't get me wrong, it was nice, but I remember going, how much? Like, you know, when you're like, what?
$4.50 or something. Was
Greg's charging me $1.49 or something. Like, do you know what I mean? On a Greg's sausage roll.
No. Look, don't get me wrong. The sausage rolls at the stadium are fantastic because actually you like eating it and going, Christ, a couple of bites and I'm feeling quite full. Normally you don't feel full after eating a sausage roll. You need to have like 3 of them from Greg's or 4 for free. 4 for free as you do in Greg's. Not anymore, but that's what you used to do. But yeah, you just sit there and you go, what? And then you sit there and you go like what was it I saw the other day? Like a slice of pizza, a beer, and something else at the Emirates, and it was like £20, and you're like, what? Like, you know, even the little pizzas, you know, that you get at Spurs, it's like £15, and you're like, it's not even like it's like 2 slices. What are we doing here? You know.
Do you know what's funny, Nick? As I said, look, I've been working the last couple of days with lots of content creators from other clubs, and they've put us up with different debates against each other and all this kind of stuff. And I've got fans of these clubs debating each other on whose Champions League win was the best, right? Whose treble was the best. Our fans have got all this chest, and I don't know where it's come from because we're an utter shit show. We don't win things. We're an utter shit show. And we've got fans out there going, Glasner from Palace. Nah. What? Palace? Nah. We've overhyped them. No one's overhyped Palace. Palace are a good team. Palace are a very well organized. Palace have conceded 12 away goals all season. Those Crystal Palace fans all year have been getting on their coaches in the car, on the train all year and only seen their team concede 12 goals on the road. We saw our team concede 6 goals at home, like in one game. And we're sitting out here with madness, man.
And I think the other thing is mad as well is you can't give praise. Like Tuesday night, I'm not going to lie, I thought Arsenal were incredible, right? And a lot of people have said the same thing. Then everyone's going, oh, you can't say that. They're not incredible. Why are you saying they're incredible? I said, in a one-off game against Real Madrid at home, they were incredible. It is only half time. We're not going to get carried away, but you have to, when things like that happen, you have to call it as it is. You can't sit and go, oh, I'm Spurs, I hate Arsenal. Oh, yeah, you were lucky because Real Madrid were crap. So, yeah, no wonder you won 3-0, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? And that's what we can't, we can't do. So I don't know. I just think that we just need to sit there and sometimes and go, fair play. That was what happened. And then we move on to the next game. If you then see it again, look, if Arsenal go to the Bernabeu and then get through, then they're playing PSG. Then they do something against PSG. You got to sit there and go, Jesus, they could win this if they turn up and play like that. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
But then people will go, oh, you're twerking for Arsenal. Oh, you're doing this. You're doing that.
Childish.
This is not. It is, right? And I think that's where that then falls into that conversation around managers and entitlement and thinking we should win things and thinking we're better than we are. And we are where we are in the league because of how we've been playing all season. It's not that, in the cups, you can get lucky. You can get through to this. You can get through to that. I wouldn't say, we were what, 5 minutes away from getting knocked out by Coventry. We had to go to, Tamworth into extra time. These weren't good performances, but we got through in that game. Whereas over the course of this league season, this is where we are because that's how we've been playing, and that's where the barometer needs to be. Imagine we absolutely frauded our way into that final of the Carabao Cup, and then everyone's having a day out, getting all excited, and then Newcastle. They dominated Liverpool. Could you imagine what they would have done to us? It would have been
mate,
embarrassing.
I agree. By the way, Mr. Post Office, it was Bavs. It was Bavs at representing Arsenal at the 2-day event. It was Bavs. Big up to each and every one of you in here. Come on, we should be on 350 likes by now. There's nearly 700 of you in here. We're only on 249 likes. So please smash that button. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. We're really bad on that today. 700 of you in here and only had 4 new subscribers all night. Come on, let's smash that button, eh? Let's start showing a little bit of love for the content creators that you clearly watch. Let's ask. We'll talk again in a second. Let's ask everybody in the chat. This is your moment now. What is your score prediction for tonight? And again, if you don't mention the team, I will just take it that the number you put first is for Spurs. Yeah. So if you just put 2-1, I'm guessing you're going to say Spurs. So let us know your score predictions and we'll get to them. Honestly, working with these creators over the last few days, Nick, you realize just how it's so difficult to debate with them on so many topics because we're just not there. We're not in the conversation. But what they all reference is that no matter how bad Spurs are or how insignificant we are, we still have fans in this fan base that just belittle everyone else. And it's just like, I've never understood it. I will never, ever get it.
Was there anyone from Forest there?
No one was there from Nottingham Forest.
I can't wait for you to tell Wolfie that, mate.
No one was there for Nottingham Forest. It was Man U, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Spurs. It was the 5 of us for the last couple of days. And as I said, when the Man U fan and the Man City fan are having debates about trebles, I'm sitting there going, "Oh,
there was
Jesus."
exactly. There was where so I went out earlier and I've had TalkSport on, and they were debating which was the best performance in the Champions League, and they were arguing over United's treble or Real Madrid winning it 3 years in a row. Like, what are we doing here?
Man.
Like, to even be anywhere near that conversation, I was just like, wow, they're arguing over like ridiculous things, and we never get anywhere close to that.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at some score predictions, shall we? Seen as this lot,
This lot,
the lot watching the game. We've got about 10.5 minutes to kick off as well. So we are slowly getting to to the kickoff. Let's have a look. 2-2 says Jimmy. 2-1 Frankfurt. 2-2. 2-2. 4-1 Spurs. 1-1. 3-1 Spurs. 3-0 Frankfurt. 2-2. 1-1. 2-2. 0-2 to Frankfurt. 5-3. Oh, 5-3. I think there will be a lot of goals tonight, by the way. I do think there will be goals.
Do you think there will be a lot of goals?
I think there'll be a lot of goals tonight. 2-0 Frankfurt. I'm guessing that's meant to say 2-1 Spurs. 2-1 Spurs. I've gone with 2-1 or 3-2 Spurs. Barry, what are you going for?
2-1 Spurs.
2-1 Spurs.
I'm not going to flip flop.
I do think the away leg, though, is going to be a completely different proposition. I really do. I think we need to take a 2-goal lead there to have a chance. I do. I think that they were just showing some highlights of Frankfurt attacking. They attack at speed with the likes of Ekatike, Larson, Bahoya. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Desmond Tutu, interesting. They've actually got a guy playing called Tuta in midfield today. 4-0 to Spurs. Foxy, good player, this boy. If any of you have not seen this guy play, watch Larson play for Frankfurt. Before I say that, let me double check that he is starting. I'm pretty sure I saw him in the team. Frankfurt, if you watch Larson, he normally tends to operate in and around that kind of James Maddison area, the kind of number 10 attacking midfield area. He's a very talented player, only 20 years of age, Swedish. I'm a big fan of his, so watch out for him tonight. We know Mario Götze. He's been there, seen it, done it. Multiple years at Bayern Munich, Dortmund, PSV, now at Frankfurt, the German national team. So, listen, I think they've got goals in them, but I just got a feeling we're going to win tonight. I do, Barry. I know I'm not allowed to say that, apparently, but I do think we're going to win.
No, I mean, you're not allowed to say things about what you see with your eyes, and you just got to see as if you're watching it on the moon or something. But yeah, look, we should have enough to beat them tonight. And how, it'd be nice to actually get to half time, get to full time, and actually see a decent game of football. But we haven't sadly seen it all season, bar a few games. And what we need to do tonight is not what we did against Liverpool. If we get that goal, we need to get the second, and ideally need to get the third. But something worries, something at the back of my mind worries me that either there's going to be an injury, or someone is going to get sent off, and that's then going to play
Romero for both.
Well, yeah. Well, I think we're talking Mickey with the injury. He's been rested for this game. He's not played for 10 days. So is it a risk having to come in and first ball over the top, having to try and to kind of run back? And we don't know what Romero is going to turn up. Do we have the Romero that? I mean, I don't think we've ever seen the Romero that plays for Argentina. We just see the one that's the one that's just all over the place, and thinks he's a number 9 and goes missing. So look,
it's a good point about Van de Ven, Nick. That's a really good point. I when I watched him the last couple of times he's come on for Tottenham, I don't think he looks right. I don't know. I feel like we're wheeling him out there, out of necessity rather than him being available and ready. But let's see what he's like tonight. Let's be fair. If you're Frankfurt and you've done your homework, you're putting a quick player on him and saying, you know what, test those hamstrings. I know that sounds awful, but you would, wouldn't you? You'd say he's not fully fit. And I just get Ekatike to keep running at him. So that's definitely one to watch out for. But you said it earlier in the show, Nick. That is his favourite back four. Forget whether we want Spence to play. This is his favourite back four. This is his favourite midfield, and this is his strongest 11 bar Kulu. Right? There's zero excuses. There can't be anything. They've all been back fit for a long time now. There's no excuses. This is where they have to stop, and we just have to go out there and let's see what Tottenham are tonight.
Yeah, and that's it. There is zero excuses. We cannot blame refereeing decisions. We cannot blame any the weather. We cannot blame. We have Barkulu, the strongest team, or Angie's favourite team, that's going to go out there tonight. And look, like you said, if you're Topmuller, you're going to say to Ekitike, like you said, test those hamstrings. You're going to get Gertzer and Baheo to test Porro and Adogi. And you know that in that midfield, Tuta Larson and Skiri, or Skihiri, or however you pronunciate it, I'm not as good, obviously, whatever, then they're going to be in and around that midfield. So let's wait and see. But what I do want to see, and I'll leave you on this because I need to go and get ready to go and set up. Let's just hope is that if there is a VAR call, that it doesn't go on for 6 minutes, please.
Oh, don't. Everyone knows my opinion on VAR. Everyone knows my opinion. So yeah, listen, look, Nick, thanks for
no worries
joining me. Listen, enjoy it. You're welcome on at half time or full time, whatever it is. Enjoy the game as best as possible, and come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you.
Big up to Nick there. Let's get some comments. We've got 4.5 minutes until kickoff. By the way, you've also got Man United are away in Lyon tonight, so that's going to be interesting. You've got Fiorentina. They are playing tonight. There's a game in League One or League Two, whichever league Crew are in these days. I only know that because Crew are in Mayaka. There's Son hugging one of their players. I don't like that. Don't like that in the tunnel for me. I don't like it. Angus, credit where it's due. You lot was sensational. Credit where it's due. You absolutely battered Real Madrid from pillar to post. Credit where it's due. I know I'm a Spurs fan, but I can say it. I don't understand these people that can't say nice things about their opposition. I feel it's silly. Guys and girls, we are edging closer. The players are in the tunnel. It's going to be interesting. As I said, I don't think Frankfurt away are going to be the same as they are at home. So we'll see. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I just feel that we should look. They owe the fans a performance. They've been so bad all year, especially at home. They owe the fans a home win of the magnitude. Of the magnitude of what they did to Man City away. They owe the fans that. Here's my mate, Matt. Business end of the season. If this team, Ange, can deliver the cup, they'll all become legends. If you say so, Matt, not for me. Not for me. Not for me. But okay, cool. Each to your own. Thanks, Daniel. I try, but being a level-headed Spurs fan gets you stick from people like this and gets me a lot of hate. But big up to you. Guys and girls, we're getting there, and I'm going to change my seating position, so everyone knows that for the watch along, I'm going to change my seating position. I am absolutely starving. Should have got some chocolate for the watch along, but we haven't got one. I agree with you. I don't like all that big games in the tunnel. I want them staring at each other, screaming. Not, oh hello mate, how are you? Yeah, let's catch up after the game. It's not Sunday league. Yeah, Kane had a nightmare the other night. Again, big game. Kane didn't quite come to the party. Lee, when you're saying it's a big opportunity, Bodo, I feel like people like you don't watch them. When you're saying Bodo would be a dream, they're a good team. They're a very good team, but because their name isn't Madrid, Bilbao, because it's not Lazio, I feel like we're belittling them a little bit. Should have got a Chick King. Here's the teams: Vicario, Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, Adogi, Bergval, Bentancur, Madison, Son, Solanke, Johnson. The bench, I will let you know right now. Austin and Whiteman, Basuma, Richarlison, Tell, Gray, Spence, Odeber, Sarr, Davis, and Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore back on the bench. We're allowed 11 subs tonight. Who's at my front door? Why is it constantly saying someone's at my front door? Never mind. Don't care who's at my front door. I'm not going to get it. The Bodo glimpse. By the way, the VAR and the assistants are Spanish, and the referee is from Poland. The referee is from Poland. Just in case you wanted to know. How is Jed Spence not in the lineup? I don't know, my friend. I really, really don't know how Jed Spence not in the lineup. But ask Ange. Ask Ange. Bilbao, for me, are still the favourites for this tournament as well. Goonie 14. Is that you, Goonie? Or is that a different Goonie? The Frankfurt team is Kawa in goal. Christensen, Koch, Tiate, and Brown as the back four. Skiri, Tuta in midfield with Goetze, Larson, Bahoya behind Ekatike. The bench is Grol, Siljevic, Amenda, Chabi, Wahi, Dahoud, and they've taken it off the screen. But they've got some good players on the bench. People like what? Let me go and have a look. People like Wahi. He's a very good striker on the bench. Wahi's on the bench. They've got Niels and Kunku on the bench. Dahoud, Mahmoud Dahoud, who's I quite like as a player as well. So, by the way, Rangers are at home to Bilbao. So that's a big game for them as well. I'll keep you updated on that score. And Leon are playing as well. I'll keep you updated on that score. But, guys, girls, we're about to get this game underway. Mario Goetze gets us underway. And here we go. Here we go. We are underway here. That's going to, do you know, my OCD is going to go mad on this. So let me just quickly change this. Actually, no, I'm happy. Destiny Adogi is going to have a throw in for Tottenham down on the left-hand side. The ball won by Frankfurt in the midfield, given to Goetze and then played out for a throw-in by Rodrigo Bentancur. So this is it, people. This is what everyone said. This is what everyone said is it's all about this. Don't worry about losing league games. Don't worry that we've lost 20 games of football all season. It's about this. Now the ball goes out wide to Brown. He knocks it long. It will take me a few minutes to work out who's what number, by the way. Jay Ham said, why is Angus an Arsenal fan and mod? Angus has been watching my channel for years and years and has never given me any problem, has always been nice. He's a lovely guy. He keeps crapping on Spurs and he's timing Spurs fans out. I'm sure he's only timing fans out if they deserve it. But big up to you. Thank you for the super chat. And thank you to Aris for the super chat as well. I really appreciate you, my friend. You're very generous. As Spurs come down the line, but it's blocked by the fullback. Here's Bergval. Let me just get the team in front of me so that I can see the lineups. I can see. Okay, so we're looking at so Brown, Tiate, Koch, and Christensen, Skiri, Tuta. Okay. I know the front four, but I just need to make sure that I know who is what number in the back, so that I'm not lying to you when they get the ball. So Goetze is the number 27. So there's James Maddison giving away a free kick, taken quickly by Frankfurt. They've flicked it out wide, headed on into the midfield, and then a ball down the line, and already they're in behind. Romero just gets his foot to it. He was caught out of position a little bit, but got his foot to it. Then a poor ball by Romero. And now Frankfurt are in here. A good move and a good tackle by Mickey van der Ven in the end. I mean, Romero did all the hard work and then gave the ball away. And again, people, for me, you can't be doing that. People want to put you on a pedestal. You can't be doing that. And Frankfurt are looking to move this ball quickly. They've got it out to the right back, Christensen. He's gone inside, but Mickey van der Ven too quick there. For I think that was Ekatike. Now here's Adogi bursting down the left, gives it to Son. He lays it back to James Maddison. Yeah, poor that from Romero. He done the hard work, then plays a hospital ball. So here is Porro into Romero. He lays it off to Mickey van der Ven, and he now goes out wide to Maddison. Maddison to Son. Adogi is very, very high up the pitch on the left-hand side. So we've got to hope we don't lose the ball here. Here is Udogie, cuts inside. He's come back a bit further and then gives the ball to Mickey van der Ven. Mickey van der Ven gives it to Bentancur, back to Van der Ven, back to Son on the left-hand side. And Son plays a ball inside. Look, Frankfurt look well set up at the moment as every player from Frankfurt is behind the ball as we speak. Again, this is where we move it too slow for me. This is where we move it so slow. All of these slow passes across the back. Ball goes into Maddison. He switches it up and goes out wide. Gets it back from Son. And then plays it into Bentancur, who can lay it across to Pedro Porro. Porro goes one more to Brennan Johnson, who's so slow, loses the ball. Brennan Johnson is so slow. Jay, stop this, dude. Dude, stop this. Right? Stop this. Dude, I appreciate your super chat, but please stop this. Please. Don't want that here. Maddison already is having to come back so deep to get the ball. You can see he's frustrated. You can see. Angus, are you banning people? Guys, come on. This isn't school. I'm not a teacher. No, Matt. Stop this. Stop this. Right? You don't have to be gung-ho or really slow. Tactics. Please stop, Matt. You're doing my head in, mate. You're doing my head in. You just say silly things all the time. Here's James Maddison. In midfield, he's lost the ball. Now Frankfurt can knock it forward. A good ball behind Porro. Here is now Bahoya, I believe this is. He's cut inside. He's had a shot. It's 1-0 Frankfurt. It's 1-0 Frankfurt. What a good goal that was by Ekatike. Again, where does the goal come from? I've said this. Again, people like Matt never listen to me. Ange does not set out a defence properly. The ball was played down which channel? You are correct. The right back area. The ball was played down the right back area. And again, the defending was non-existent, right? The defending was non-existent. He cut in and buried a brilliant shot into the bottom corner. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what this means. I don't know what you mean. How will I wonder how you will spin this negative. I have no idea what this means. You clearly don't watch me enough, Uyghur. Again, look, the ball goes out wide. Ekatike gets it. Porro can't defend. Porro cannot defend. He can't defend. He cannot defend. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, listen, Porro can't defend. I've said this so many times. Porro cannot defend. No attempt to get close to him. No attempt to tackle. No attempt to block. He just sits and watches as Ekatike picks the ball up, drives in and buries a great shot into the bottom corner. Oh, what is really, really good goal from Ekatike. But Spurs now have a chance with a free kick. The ball is whipped in and the goalkeeper comes out and claims it. He is massive. Is it just me or is that goalkeeper huge? It might not be, but he looks really tall. Big up to my man, Maz, in the chat. Maz says, Savva's getting boring now, isn't it? Manager is incapable of learning. It's madness. It's absolutely madness. It's the same thing we've said all year. And people say, oh, you think you're the manager? I don't think I'm a manager. But you can see there, again, all the goals come from that side of the pitch or left side fullback areas because we can't defend. And he drops Jed Spence. Unbelievable. As now Frankfurt have a corner kick. Well defended there by Mickey van der Ven. It's just unbelievable. I don't know how many times I can sit here for 2 years on my channel and say, Ange can't coach. Oh, anyway, corner kick, Frankfurt, whipped in low, headed clear that time by Porro on the post. Then the ball is knocked back into the area. Brennan Johnson with a terror. It's a corner kick to Frankfurt. Brennan Johnson, again, just awful. Not playing Jed Spence is utter criminal behaviour here. Absolutely. I've stolen your words there. It is what it is. But don't worry. Don't worry. Matt said it's only 4 minutes. Don't worry, Savva. He said they're easing in. Is this easing in? Spurs need to grab a goal because this is... Nah, Matt, it's tactical. Stop this now. You're annoying me. It is tactical. It is tactical as the corner is whipped in. Vicario comes out, didn't do well, but then grabbed it at the second attempt. See, fans like Matt people deserve this because they don't understand it's his tactics. Everybody knows to play it down our channels. It's absolutely criminal from Angepostecoglou yet again. Don't worry, though. He's got his the Ange defenders are here. So Spurs, what have we got? We need to get back in this. Again, Sophie, absolutely. One pass splits us open. One pass splits us open every time. There's Son, though. He's taken the ball. Can he get it across? Oh, it's awful, Son. That's awful. That's absolutely awful from Son. He did all the hard work, took the ball in his stride out the air after a great diagonal from Porro. He took it brilliantly and then just passed it straight to the goalkeeper. Madness. Here's Bergfeld. I haven't noticed him yet. I haven't really noticed anyone, to be fair. I mean, Ekatike there, that was some finish, wasn't it? Anyway, Mickey van der Ven now goes down the line to Son. Son cuts inside. Lays it back to Mickey van der Ven. Matt, I'm going to block you if you keep... All year we've called this out. You can't see it. Stop. Stop, Matt. It's where he plays Porro. You don't get it, do you? Stop. This guy is just incapable of understanding football. It's embarrassing. Son whips the ball in, headed on by Solanke, but with just again, he's another one. I need to see something tonight, guys, from Solanke. I've been so disappointed with Solanke in a Tottenham shirt. Bobby, he don't get it, mate. Matt doesn't get it. He sees this all season. Doesn't get it. There's a ball through to Madison, but the defender was too quick. And now they can bring the ball out with, I think that was Tiete, was it? Tiete's the free, isn't he? And they're in again here. They're in again. They've gone in behind. Guess which wing they've gone in behind? Romero can't keep up with him. And Mickey van der Ven has to mop up. And again, I don't know if the flag's going to go up there. But again, see, Matt? They're trying to target Porro's wing because he's never in the right back position. That one was offside. Luckily, that one was offside. But this is mental. And just not learned. Romero plays the ball in. By the way, Rangers away in Bilbao have just had Rangers at home have had a man sent off after their centre-half proper has been sent off after 13 minutes. So Rangers down to 10 men against the tournament favourites, Bilbao. Yeah. Anyway, here comes Spurs. Reezy is another one. Can't seem to understand that it's Ange's tactics. Never has, never will. These people don't understand football. As Frankfurt win the ball from Spurs in midfield. Goes to the centre half into Robin Koch. Really well played there by Frankfurt, but the last pass wasn't great. They're asking for a free kick, and I think they're going to get it. I think they're going to get it. They are. It was a foul on Skiri, the number 15. So I'm just trying to get used to their numbers. Let's have a look here. So it was a foul by Madison on Skiri. It was soft, but I think it was more. It was a soft foul, but it was a foul. As the ball goes forward, Mickey van der Ven can head it clear, but it's going to be a really good play by James Maddison. Balled it down, turned, passed it to Son. Son's now got a Dogie on the overlap. Can he get a good cross in? No, it's hit the first defender, but gone out for a corner. And Tottenham have a chance from a corner kick. We need to do something here because I don't know. This has been a very dull first 15 minutes for Tottenham. Louis, yeah, great name. Robin Koch. The ex-Leeds player. So Tottenham with a chance here from a corner kick. Sonny's going to whip this in, right-footed. It's an awful corner, headed clear. Maddison then wins the second header. And then Son again. Son, oh my. Son has started this game how he's been all season. Just really poor. And now Ekatike again is down the right-hand side. He's going to hold off Bentancur. He's played a good ball over as Porro this time clears it. But they're getting into the tackle quickly here, Frankfurt. As Romero, he wins a free kick. I think he's quite lucky there. But we need to... At the moment, it's a typical Tottenham Ange performance, isn't it? Son's just, for me, been really poor. Son, really, really poor. His passing's poor. No threat in the final third. Daniel Levy looking on. Daniel, mate, you're the only man that can sack this guy. James Maddison is down injured. He's slamming the ground. I mean, Ange needs to work his magic. Are you kidding me? This is Ange football. This is what you want, mate. This is what Matt wanted for 5 years. Remember that. He wants this manager to have 5 years. So we're coming up to 17 minutes gone. At the moment, Spurs have done absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing by the way of a threat. As the ball goes in to Ekatike, he's a nuisance, isn't he? He is a nuisance. There's Solanke. He's brought the ball down well that time. Lays it off to Son. Son's got a Dogie overlapping. Lays it off to him. A Dogie, just an awful ball. And then cleared by Frankfurt. A Dogie's been absolutely rubbish again. And then Bentancur lays it back to Van der Ven. Oh, PMs, tell me about it. Tell me about it. They watch it every game and then they're surprised. And the commentator said Spurs are really open. Here's Solanke. Pulls the ball back. It wasn't the worst pullback. It's cleared. Here's Bergvall. Forgot Bergvall was playing. Here's Solanke again. Dinks the ball. It's gone over and headed clear by the Frankfurt defender. I think, is it a corner or is he offside? I don't know. It feels like everything, when you don't have the sound on, I don't know what's happened. Let's see. Was he offside? I think there was... I don't know. Yeah, I think it was either Brennan Johnson or Solanke offside. One of them. You get trolled for saying stupid shit, mate. Nothing else. Nothing else. Big up, Leighton. I love this channel as well. Don't turn off your computer. Stay here with me for some truth. There's a ball played down the line. Here's a Dogie. Oh, God, he's dreadful. He's absolutely dreadful. As the ball goes across. Oh, my God. A Dogie is a poor player. Oh, it's just mad. What are you doing? A Dogie, every time he gets it, every time a Dogie gets it, he wants to have 4, 5, 6 touches. Get the ball, get it under control, give it to someone better. The thing is, I mean, with this one, I think the difference is Pep Guardiola will coach him. There's the difference. Pep Guardiola will coach him and just coach no one. Ange can't coach. It's a corner kick to Spurs, though. We've got a chance to do something. Corner kick, whipped in. Another poor corner kick, this time from Porro. Here's a Dogie. Gets it out wide to Maddison. He's played a ball into Bergvall. Bergvall with a crap pass. And Tiate is going to see that out, is he? No, it's a goal kick. I thought it could have been a corner, but the goal kick's been given. We look horrendous. Yeah, yes, football wins. I don't think they're as bad as they're playing. I don't. This manager is awful, mate. This manager is absolutely dreadful. I've said it all year. I've said it for 2 years. He's dreadful. Yeah, he will. He will, Pete. He will. I mean, Frankfurt haven't had to do a lot here. Frankfurt haven't had to do a lot to be in the lead. That one moment of quality. Here's Christensen. Gives the ball away to Bentancur. Bentancur gives it up, Bentancur. Back to Christensen. Christensen then plays the ball in the midfield. And there's a foul by Bentancur. Madness. Madness. Utter madness. Same thing over and over again. This really is Groundhog Day with Tottenham Hotspur. And as I said, there's a lot of fans that deserve to watch this because they want it. They want it. Most big clubs would get this manager out a year ago. We got fans that want it. Oh, dearie me. Oh, mate, it's madness, isn't it? It's madness. The league's at an all-time low, and yet Spurs are 14th. What does that say? Anyway, here's Mickey van der Ven. Into Son. There's nothing that gets you off your seat, is there? There's nothing about this. Is 2 years of coaching, this is. Oh, my gosh. Porro's given the ball away again. Then, luckily, it hits him and we win it back. Oh, Porro is... Oh. This is a European quarter-final. Is there any chance... Is there any chance we could look coached, look drilled? Have they worked on anything in training? There's the ball down the channel. But Solanke goes down. It's a goal kick. Again, Solanke for me, 2 weeks. 2 weeks, Solanke. Mate, I would. If it stays like this, I would change it. Get some feel-good factor. Get a proper manager to coach for next week's leg. Listen, we could still win this game. Listen, there's a long way to go. But at the moment, it's just all a bit flat, isn't it? Big up, Christopher. Said hit the bottom of the V yet or just rock bottom. Yeah, remember that guy. That Ben guy. We need to hit the bottom of the V before we go up. Oh, thank you, Christopher, for the super chat. I really appreciate you. Really do. Another poor cross comes in and Frankfurt clear the ball, but it's hit the ref and it's going to be a C to the fourth. I mean, you know, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that other people are surprised. So we could still win this game. You'd like to think we're going to come out and have a better second half, but this is so boring, isn't it? We are so boring to watch. It's Romero and Van der Ven, 50 passes between each other. Then they give it to Sonny and Maddison out here on the left, overlap to Adogi or Porro, cross in, come to nothing. Here's Sonny out on the left. Sonny just might as well be sitting with me here. Thanks, Acid Twin. He lets me watch. Yeah, big up to you, my man. At least I get paid for watching it. Here's Romero down the line to Brennan Johnson again. If he doesn't score a tap-in, he actually does nothing. Does he? Corey, you all right? Corey, I was about 3 months behind you, mate. You were right. I was 3 months behind you. So, yeah, this is not for me. But Corey, we have fans in our fan base that want this. That's the crazy thing. We should be peppering their goal. We should be all over them at home. European first leg. Romero into Bentancur. Now to Van der Ven. Solanke run into the channel here. Lays it off to Maddison. Maddison pulls the ball across. 1-0. 1-0. Maddison's created, and it was Pedro Porro making up for his mistake for the goal. 1-0. It was a good goal in the end. Solanke laid it into Maddison, the only creative player we've got. He pulled it back into the path of Porro in the box, and Tottenham have hit back. Now, can we kick on from that goal? Can Tottenham kick on from that goal? It was well worked. Solanke out on the left wasn't really going anywhere, but he found a good ball into Maddison. Maddison played a first-time ball, and there was Porro to tap it back into goal. Now, can we kick on for that? Let's have a look. Just see, make sure VAR they're not going to do anything silly, are they? No. Solanke gave it to Maddison. Maddison, with a good bit of footwork, took his man on, pulled it back, and Porro flicks it into the bottom corner. James Maddison, again, the only one that will make things happen. Can we kick on from this? I don't want to go back to this slow football. Kick on from this, Tottenham. Can we kick on? 1-1 at White Hart Lane. Pedro Porro, who was at fault for the goal, but now scored the goal to get us back into the game. God, they're showing the goal about 4,000 times. Surely they've kicked off by now. Yeah, they have kicked off. Here's Frankfurt down the left-hand side. Really well played there. They played a good ball out to the right-hand side. The ball's been played in. It's a good pass, but then given away, lost by Spurs. Frankfurt have got it back on the right-hand side. Christensen plays it down the line. Ekatike crosses it, but his cross goes right into the arms of Vicario. Now, have we got a cup tie on our hands? Or are we going to see what we saw before? Free kick to Spurs. So 27 and a half minutes just gone. 27 and a half minutes gone. Coming up to 28 minutes. Tottenham have got themselves. It was very important we got ourselves back in. Very important we got ourselves back into that. Good footwork by Maddison there. When anyone says to me, who's your favourite Spurs player? That's why I say Maddison. He's the only one capable. In the other games, it is Lyon 1, Man United 0. Almada with the goal. And in Fiorentina are 1-0 up as well. Fiorentina are 1-0 up. Here's Spurs. Here's Pedro Porro on the right-hand side of the box. Crossed it. It's gone over everybody. Well, Son could have got something on that, but it's gone all the way through. And now Maddison lays it off to Udogie. Now Udogie's got 2 men for company. He's done really well, as he, but he can't quite. He's won the free kick. Again, Porro and Udogie do so much better at the other end than they do defending. Yeah, he did well there, Udogie. Down this end, he's all right. Down this end, he's all right. But here's a free kick to Tottenham with a chance to get a quick fire double and get in front. Maddison and Son over the ball. And oh my God. Oh, no words are needed there for that from Son. No words needed for that from Son. Yeah, good little flick for the goal by Porro. And to be fair, he's got to do that because he can't defend. So he's got to be up there scoring. But the free kick, Maddison gave it short to Son. His shot, what on earth was that? So the next goal is going to be important in this goal. As I said, I think we're going to squeeze a win here, but I think we need a 2-goal lead going into Frankfurt. I think they're going to be a different proposition in Frankfurt. I think they're going to have a lot more of the football at home. So we've got to get the win tonight. Son just looks so bad, doesn't he? I bet he goes and scores a worldie now. I've said that, but he looks so poor. So throw on for Frankfurt, down on the halfway line, played across the back 4 now for them. And there's a handball from Christian Romero and a free kick to Frankfurt. I can't deal with Matt right now. I can't deal with him. Yeah, I think we're going to need a 2-goal buffer. I can't see. I think we'll crumble away. I mean, we're not even playing well at home. So Romero, again, I don't know. He gets raved about, doesn't he? So there's a free kick whipped in by Frankfurt to the back post, headed across, cleared by Spurs quite easily that time. And now here's Christensen, who goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Santos. He's played a long ball down the line. It's flicked on, but Porro has got time to get rid of this. Gives it to Bergvall, who luckily the ball... But I mean, again, I haven't noticed Bergvall today, if I'm honest. I've not noticed Bergvall playing. But he got away with that. And now Spurs can come again down the left-hand side. His Son cuts in 5 yards. There's Maddison. Gives it to Porro. Porro goes out wide to the anonymous Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson... He can't cross, but what he does do, he crosses against players to win corners. Brennan Johnson and Son may as well be sitting with us. But it is a corner kick to Tottenham Hotspur. Pedro Porro is going to take this. Hopefully this corner is better than his first one. This is going to be a right-footed outswinger. Van der Ven and Romero have gone into the box. Cross comes in. Headed away easily. Couple of poor corners by Porro, to be honest. Now Son whips the ball back in. Again, really poor ball. And now, I think this is Tuta. Plays it out to Christensen. He plays the ball back across to, I think this is to Robin Koch, who goes out wide to Tiate. We haven't seen too much of them as an attacking force in the last 10, 15 minutes. I wouldn't expect to see too much of it either. as Romero cuts out a pass, gives it to, oh, what a poor ball that was by Solanke. Oh, really poor ball by Solanke. As Tiate clears the ball. Brought down by Ekatike. Good control by him. Then given away by Mario Götze. Now here's Bentancur. Lays it off to Porro. Porro goes back to Vicario. Yeah, guys, listen. As much as Matt frustrates me, please, can we stop with the personal stuff? Please. There's just no need for it, all right? There's Son. What on earth is Son doing? What on earth was Son doing there? He's given the ball away, and now Frankfurt with a chance to go forward. They're running through. It's laid at the feet of Ekatike. Ekatike cuts in. It's all very tight in there, It didn't come to anything. They've still got the ball. But what was Son? Son is awful. The only manager in history that can't get the best out of Son, Angepostecoglou. Here's Christensen. Plays it back inside to Tuta, who is actually playing centre-half, not midfield. Now to Koch. Now here's Tuta to Christensen. It's the first time they've put the ball on the foot on the ball for a while. Here's Götze. He goes down the line to Bohoya. Bohoya plays the ball inside, given away. Bergvall can mop that up. Here's James Maddison. Gives it to Son. Sonny back to Maddison. Maddison sprays a ball. I didn't get that right at all. Really poor ball from Maddison. I think Son, yeah, it's Son for me. Here's Tuta. The ball is played down the line. There's Bohoya. Leaves it to Götze. Götze is fouled by Mickey van der Ven. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't think Mickey van der Ven looks fit. I don't know if anyone agrees with me. I don't think he looks fit. I don't think he looks comfortable at all. You can see he's not, the pace isn't there. He doesn't look comfortable. But it's a free kick for Frankfurt. Nothing silly, Spurs is the phrase, isn't it? Nothing silly. Thank you, by the way, to everybody that has subscribed tonight. Really appreciate you all. Man United still losing 1-0. So it's going to be a free kick taken by the experienced Götze, I think. It's Götze. He whips the ball in. It's gone over everybody. And a free kick's been given for a foul on Bergvall, I think. Here's a Dogie. He goes down the line to Son. Surely Son can't be this bad for 90 minutes. So here's Mickey van der Ven. Over to Romero. When Romero gets it, he slows it down so much. Here's Mickey van der Ven. Come on, Mickey, get it out there a bit quicker. He's got out wide to Son. Into Maddison now. Maddison lays it off to Bergvall, lays it off to Bentancur. Here's Bergvall. Turns. He's going to try and drive at them. Lays it off to Son. Sonny crosses the ball in, and it's a really poor cross. A really poor cross. That, yeah, why not Spiky T? Why not? Brennan Johnson, as we all said, it's okay when he's ghosting in the box. Other than that, he doesn't do anything in a game of football, does he? As Spurs win a throw on. 38 minutes gone then. Anana conceded a howler, people are saying. That's not a shock, is it? So here's Romero, plays a long raking pass. It's a good pass, actually. It was asking a lot of Maddison. and then the Frankfurt defender can deal with it. We're pressing them in here, but then Tuta clears it into midfield. It's flicked on by Ekatike. And, I tell you what, I think we've got away with one there. I think Porro's got away with one there. I think we've got away with one. Oh, no, actually, it was a push in the back. No, I'll give him that. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. On first sight, I thought it was soft, but it was a foul. 39 minutes. Just get to half-time without doing anything silly. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's what I want. Even if it's not Glasner, we should be playing wing-backs with these guys. Anyway, can Spurs grab a late goal in this first half? His son, he's had an awful half, if we're going to be honest. Gives it to Van der Ven, over to Romero. Romero now plays the ball into Porro. Porro's gone all the way back to Van der Ven. Into Udogie. Now Maddison. The son. Son's just... I just don't like where Ange plays him. I don't like where he plays him. I think he's been poor. And then a tackle on Son by Christensen. Here's Bentancur. Lays the ball off to Romero. And Romero's pass goes through straight into the arms of the Frankfurt goalkeeper. Well, not the most inspiring. A good goal, but not the most inspiring game. Still first half, though. We're nearly a quarter of the way through the tie overall and nearly halfway through the first leg. As I said, I don't want to go to Frankfurt drawing or losing because I think that will be a monumental task. There's Bentancur doing what Bentancur does best. Big up to Mark, who said he's watching on holidays in Sardinia. Big up to you, my man. Big up to you. Hopefully Spurs don't ruin your holiday for you. Here's Bentancur. Lays the ball off to Porro. Porro to Romero. Johnson, absolutely anonymous out there on the right, isn't he? They don't get the ball to him. When they have got it to him, he's done nothing. Vicario plays the ball into Bentancur. Now Mickey van der Ven into Udogie. To James Maddison. It's all a bit slow again now. I thought maybe the goal would give us a bit of impetus, but it didn't, did it? Nothing really going on at the moment. But if I ever go quiet, it means there's nothing really going on. Here's Bergvall. Gives the ball to Maddison. Maddison turns. It's going to go the other way. Lays it off to Udogie. Leo from the States saying this game is a snooze fest. Welcome to Angeball. As Romero gives the ball away. Now they can counter. And luckily for Spurs, Bentancur was there to mop it up. But Romero again. Romero. Romero, for me, just, again, I just don't know when people keep telling me how good he is. I'm not seeing it. As Tuta plays it out to the goalkeeper, he lays it off to Christensen. 43 minutes gone. Christensen with a ball down the line. Poor ball from them. And it's given Spurs an opportunity of a throw-in in the final third of Frankfurt's half. The ball's been gone to Bentancur, who's the furthest player back for Spurs. He gives it to Mickey van der Ven. Back to Bentancur on the halfway line. Here's Van der Ven. Good tackle by Christensen there. And now Frankfurt can break again. Good hold-up play again by Ekatike. Been very impressed with his hold-up play. There's the ball out wide to Tiete. Now Frankfurt, with 1 minute to go, just having a little bit of possession. Not going anywhere with it at the moment, but they have gone out wide to Christensen now. He's going to go one more to Bahoya. Back to Christensen. He goes inside to Skiri. Skiri goes across to Tuta, who then goes back to Robin Koch. He's going to go out to Tiete. They're playing some nice stuff now as Larson spreads a lovely ball. They're in it. They're in it. They've got 4v3. The ball's gone through to Ekatike. And I'll tell you what, Spurs are let off there because that wasn't a great finish from the big man. He was through on goal, but didn't open his body up. And just like that, they've carved us apart. Just like that, they've carved us apart. I do think, though, the ref might have blown the whistle there. The referee has blown his whistle for half-time. So it's quite nice, actually, to see a game which hasn't got 15 minutes of injury time. So the score at half-time, Tottenham 1, Frankfurt 1. It's by no means a classic. But let's be fair. This is what Tottenham do. They allow teams in down Porro's wing. And again, if you keep letting, if you keep letting teams in, they will score. That was tough to watch. They had 4 players versus 2 in that counter-attack. They found the ball to Ekatike. And Ekatike, to be fair, if he had struck that better, that's 2-1 Frankfurt. To Tottenham, again, getting away with murder by this style from Ange. We're very slow going forward, very slow build-up play. And at the moment, it does look like they can cut us open, but at the moment, we've not seen too much from them going forward, not seen too much. But Ekatike, there's the rumours that he's going to go to a big club. You can kind of see why. There's something about him, Ekatike. But we will see what happens with his career. Guys and girls, 5-word answers. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on the goal, whatever it is. 5-word answers. It's utter madness. Guys and girls, Savva, am I doing a sweepstake on the minutes Maddison is subbed? Yeah, the only player that gets on the ball for Spurs, he will be subbed off. You know he will. Kurt just said poor, and poor. Well, that was so lucky. Take nice guy, son off, and don't bother putting everyone on. It's mad, isn't it? Oh, mate, people are clutching. Hang on. Oh, dearie me. People saying they want Odeber on for Son. What I will say is, guys and girls, welcome to every single one of you. There's currently 800 of you in the chat. Smash the like button. We've only got half so far, only half the likes so far. And please do subscribe if you have not just subscribed already. So we're looking to get to 17.1K quickly. So please do subscribe. Currently on the poll, we've had 1,000 votes. Spurs to win tonight was 42%, the draw 20%, and Frankfurt to win were 38%. Hey, it is what it is. I don't think again, when I do these watch-alongs, I always think Is there going to be something I can talk to my viewers about at half time? Some tactical changes, something that we can say he's worked on that in the week. He's worked on that in the training ground. Watching this, it's the same old. It's slow build-up play, isn't it? It's slow build-up play. We only know how to score one type of goal, which is pulling the ball back into the 6-yard box. We have nothing coming from deep. We have nothing coming from the wings. It feels a bit slow. Ange needs to rip into these. We need to see a bit more intensity. Harris, it makes me laugh. The number of people that mock Maddison, he is the only one, isn't he? He's the only one that starts the moves off, creates. Look, we cannot be going to Frankfurt with a draw. I've said it. My man Foxy will tell you. He knows his European football. They haven't had to do much, Foxy. They haven't, have they? They have not had to do much. And that attack, right? That attack in the last minute showed why people like Phil, when agreeing with Ange for dropping Spence, shows why you don't. Big up, Phil. Hope you're well, mate. But on a serious note, that last attack there shows you that no matter what a scoreline, Spurs are always vulnerable to the attack, and it's always down the right-hand side, our right-hand side, the opposition's left. It's always the same thing. And what I don't understand is, if I can see it, if most of you can see it, how is Angepostecoglou not seeing it? By the way, Man United have equalised. Lenny Yoro in the 45 minutes plus 5. Udogie has been awful, Phil. Udogie has been awful. What are you talking about? He is dreadful. I'm starting to think you're trolling me more and more, man. Guys and girls in the chat, Udogie, I mean, for me, his crossing in the box has been awful. His control is awful. People getting behind him. He gets caught labouring on the ball. What on earth? Lord Rodney Trotter's not been impressed with troll. You're trolling now. Sorry. He's done really well. I'm sorry. What are you talking about? What are we... Wow. Udogie has played well. I agree. I think he's been awful. I think he's been awful for well over a year. Again, Dennis, absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. Sorry, not... Absolutely. This is what happens when you don't coach the players. They regress. He's not being coached, and this is what happens. Big up to my man, Sanctuary 7, said, if not for Porro and Maddison, we'd still be 1-0. Sure, but if not, we can say that, but you say we'd still be 1-0. But, mate, look at the chance at the end. They should have scored that. So we can all do this if it wasn't for this, if it wasn't for that. Hey, Doggy is useless. I genuinely don't think he's done anything good for over a year. They're highlighting. I haven't got the screen. I haven't got the sound on, but they're highlighting Porro's defending here against Ekatike. It's unbelievably bad. Sure, but he needs to be coached. He needs to be coached into that. And he's not been. He's not been coached into that at all. Hey, guys, girls, 817 of you in here. It is half-time at Man United now as well. They are 1-0 at half-time in Lyon. They'll take that. Guys, can we get 5 to 10 subscribers, please? Come on. These are really energy draining doing these watch-alongs. So if you haven't subscribed, the pin, it is linked. Sorry, it is linked into the chat. So please, please, please. Can we talk about Son? Can we talk about Son? In the chat right now, what do you make of Son's performance? By the way, big up to Anthony Clark with another super sticker. Really appreciate you, my friend. Very, very generous indeed. Staying hydrated. Big up to you, Anthony. Really appreciate that. Son has been absolutely dreadful. All the players come from that left, but whenever a doggy's at it on the left back area, he wants too many touches. He's getting caught on the ball. He's giving it away. Son. Oh, he's been absolutely atrocious. This man, this man gets away with murder. This man should not be captain of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. He is playing, unfortunately. And now I've said that, watch him do something second half and people will go, Savva's in the mud. Mud. Adam said Son has been shite. Hollywood Phil, he can't anymore, can he? Just doesn't. Can't blame the players ever. I don't know what that means. Big up to you, Destiny. Savva, you sexy beast. I'm at a game where we look average at best. Look, we've got to come out and we've got to have a much better, quicker tempo. When we play this slow, we look there for the taking. We've got to speed it up. It's too laboured. We're giving them all the chance in the world to get everyone behind the ball. We have an opportunity to play Bodo Glimt. Yeah, Bodo are good, though. I'm seeing a lot of people talking about Bodo Glimt. They're a good team. Who would I sell? Most of them could go. No. Who would I sell? I'd get rid of Romero, bring in a couple of centre-halves that want to be there, that are fit. I'd get a couple of proper good fullbacks, and I want a leader in midfield. That's what I want. Hey, maybe a winger who can take his man on. I don't know. I don't know. Nothing. I mean, he hasn't been bad, but I haven't really seen him. You know my feelings, Phil, on Dominic Solanke. I just don't quite know what he does for most of the game. Liss 82 has said, gone are the days when Son turns up for the team. Yeah, really, really bad. Agree with you, Phil. Son has gone missing and plays the easy ball. Agreed. Every ball is the simple 5-yard pass. Surely that must be a tactic because he's never been like this before, has he? He's never been like that before. Signed Teo Hernandez, says Krista Scorpion Nyland. I love his name so much. I said it earlier. Darren said, Savva said it earlier, the Son we knew left when Kane went. I think Kane made Son look better than he was. Just saying, don't all shoot me at once. Big up to the Sanctuary 7, who's put in a super sticker and said, what's with the mud shit? Nowadays, fans are meh. Yeah, fans love talking about mud. Apparently, I'm in it. Must be why my skin is so... No, look at the lines on my head. That's how you can tell how old I am. Look at the lines. I might look a bit younger than I am. But, hey, big up to you, Sanctuary 7. Really appreciate that. Big up as well for another super sticker from the Sanctuary 7. Look at all these generous people. Big up to you. Thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate you. As you know, this is my job. So, obviously, more money is better for me. I agree, Jamie. I agree. A top team would have sold him 2 years ago, 100 million. Gone and reinvested, but we're not a top team. Ian Miller in the chat, you're saying some really weird things. Remember, only channel members get a chat reaction. I think isn't everyone getting a reaction? There are 850 people in here. Do you want me to read out everyone's? Agreed, completely agree. Bergval and Bentancur being anonymous for me today. Phil, I do agree on some of your stuff. Lee has said Romero, Son, and Brennan Johnson very poor. I mean, Brennan Johnson's just... He may as well be sitting with us. Bentancur is locked in. Best player tonight. Not for me. Not from what I've seen. Son's great vision with his pass. Solanke done very well to get on the end of it and spin it to lay it off to Madden. Yeah, I mean, that's a way of glorifying what's happened. But yeah, sure. The tie is definitely in the balance, though. Absolutely. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. on this channel. Yes, absolutely. Tomorrow. Normally we do 10 a.m., but tomorrow I've got a call at 10. So tomorrow we will be live at 11 a.m. Alan has said, nice guy, Son, and obnoxious Ange. What do you expect? Those lines are the lines of a Spurs fan. I don't know what that means. But big up to you. What breed is Stanley, says Jack. Stanley is a cross between a Frocker and a Jack Russell, but he actually looks like a Labrador. It's all very confusing. I try, man. It's a lot of comments. Agreed. Going forward, he's fine. I've got no problem with him. Big up to each and every one of you. I'm guessing the second half will be starting very soon, purely because there was no injury time at the end of that half. Big up to Tony, very generous, has said Solanke is 65 million down the drain. I hope this helps. Big up for the super chat, Tony. What I would say about Solanke is these are the games I need to see. I need to see something. What we just saw Ekatike do, I need to see Solanke do. Big up. Thank you very much for the super chats, everyone. I really appreciate you. Thank you for the subscribers. We've just had 6 during that time. If you would be so kind to subscribe, it really does help me. So please do smash that. Just borderline midfield. Both man's can say the rest. Listen, I don't disagree. But I feel like they're never actually in a midfield. They seem to be all over the place. Thank you very much for all the super chats and the subs during that half time, guys. That really is very generous of you. And we're only 13 likes off 500, so please do smash that button. Can Spurs take a lead to Frankfurt? Can we take a lead to Frankfurt? They'll be very happy with this at the moment. It's up to us. It's up to us to really go at them and take a lead, right? It's up to us to make that happen. Sonny he's got them all huddled round. Isn't that what half time is for? Anyway, Sonny's got them huddled round. Looks like this game's going to get off and underway very shortly. Spurs need to up their game because that was a poor half with a good goal in between. Dino Topmoller in his lovely white roll neck is now going to go back to the bench. James Maddison's he's having a chat with the ref at half time. And Spurs are going to get this second half underway with James Maddison. Come on, Madders. And we're off and underway. Big 45 minutes here. We've got to take a lead to Frankfurt. I don't think a draw is going to be enough. But we're immediately on the attack, and immediately Brennan Johnson gives the ball away. Oh, my gosh. That summed up Brennan Johnson, didn't it? Thank you to whoever just subscribed as well. Thank you. We're only 30 away from 17.1K now. Big up Jordan Curley. How you doing? Big up to JPH71. Indeed. Come on, you Spurs. Let's see. We've got to take a lead. Anyway, throw in by Frankfurt. Flicked on. Only as far as Bentancur, who loses the ball, but the ref said unfairly, and it's a free kick to Tottenham Hotspur, just down by the halfway line. So Christian Romero's going to take this free kick. I think he's gone in. He's played it into Bergvall, and Bergvall has lost the ball. Poor play there. Wasn't the right free kick for me. And then a free kick given away by Bentancur for a foul on, I think that was Goetze. Yeah, it was on Goetze. And now Frankfurt playing it across the back. They've gone to the right back, Christensen. Christensen's dinked a ball long over the top, but that one is going safely into the arms of Vicario. So, as it stands at the moment, Rangers are 0-0 with Bilbao at half-time in their game, but they did go down to 10 men. So, at the moment, doing very well to keep that game at 0-0 with 10 men. They've had 10 men for 32 minutes. Here's Porro, lays it off to Brennan Johnson, who, a really loose pass, luckily found its way to Van der Ven. He is a dreadful player, isn't he? He's just got a knack of knowing how to score. Here's a doggy. A doggy goes into Bentancur. Bentancur now lays it off to Bergvall. Need to see a bit from him this half. Didn't do anything first half. Here's Porro. Whips a cross in safely into the arms of the goalkeeper, though. Wasn't the greatest cross. But lots of, you're right there, Chalks Talks. A lot of sloppy passing that's got to be cut out. So the ball goes down the line, cut out by Mickey van der Ven. Here's a doggy. He's beaten his man and then flashes a ball across. It wasn't the worst ball, but he flashed it across very quickly and there's no one in there. There's no one in there. For me, again, where's our striker? This is the worry for me. Where's our striker? The ball flashed across the goal. Where was he? Too far back for me. As a striker, you've got to anticipate that. Lord Rodney Trotter, this we agree on. I think Bergvall would be a very good player if he had a coach. Here's Solanke, loses the ball again. He is, So Frankfurt win a header in their own half. Now Romero can win the next header. Gives it to Bergvall. Bergvall plays it into Porro. Gets it back. Gives it to Romero. And we're just coming up to the 50-minute mark. Good ball into Porro. But Porro's ball wasn't good enough. And Tietze can clear it. And I would expect Spurs to have a lot of the ball here. I really would. But now Frankfurt can break, can they? I think they're going to here. The ball's got across to Ekatike. Guess where he is? He's down Porro's side again. Ekatike now switches the ball all the way to the right-hand side to Goetze. Goetze plays the ball into Skiri. He plays the ball in. They're through on goal here. I'll tell you what, Spurs are very lucky to get away with that. Spurs are very, very lucky to get away with that. Again, they sliced through us like butter. The tactical setup is just infuriating. Boyer was onside. And to be fair, Boyer should have shot. I don't know why he didn't. And Spurs get away with one again. But here comes Tietze. Whips in across on the left-hand side that beats everybody. Goes over to Udogie. This is where I don't like Udogie. He worries me in these areas. As Van der Ven clears it long. Not a bad ball in the end to Solanke. And Solanke is pulled down and it's a free kick. But again, how open Spurs were there. How open Spurs were. Oh. Really, really easy. Now, here's Mickey van der Ven to Udogie. To Van der Ven. It's all a bit slow at the back there at the moment. But again, did everyone see when Frankfurt went for the out ball, it was the ball over Porro's shoulder. It's always the ball over Porro's shoulder. Here's Tietze. Clears it, but it's blocked by Bergvall and out for a throw-in to Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, their keeper has had a mare. Their keeper had a mare and Maddison couldn't capitalise. I don't think was it Maddison or Son? Couldn't capitalise. The ball was played back by Robin Koch to the goalkeeper. And it was Sonny, sorry. The goalkeeper played it out only to Son. And Son couldn't control it. And Frankfurt have got away with one there. So both teams getting away with one in the last couple of minutes. As the goalkeeper of Frankfurt goes long, won by Ekatike. That's a brilliant turn. I'll tell you what, luckily for Spurs, Luckily for Spurs, Goetze couldn't take the ball with him because that was a bit of brilliance from Goetze, and then he slipped. As I said, guys and girls, we've got to win this leg. If we go to theirs, drawing or losing, I think this is going to be a very different Frankfurt in Frankfurt. Spurs have given the ball away again. Pedro Porro. And now here's Bahoya. Bahoya's laid it off to Ekatike, who's down on the left-hand wing. He's got Porro to beat. He's laid it off. And luckily for Spurs again, he's laid it off to nobody. Then the ball is won back, but unfairly again, says the ref. And it's a free kick to Tottenham. These tactics just, they really do expose our weaknesses, don't they? They really, really do expose our weaknesses. I've never known anything like it. So 53 minutes gone. The tie is in the balance at the moment. Look how high up the pitch Porro is here. Look how high up the pitch Porro is. It's truly concerning that if they win the ball in midfield, it's that one ball down the left. Van der Ven plays the ball across. Here's Christian Romero now. And here's Brennan Johnson. Lays it back to Van der Ven. Alfie, absolutely. And Bobby, I mean, I don't know. They must be instructed to do it because they all do it. They've, surely they've not all done it all their career. Good turn by Bergvall. Bergvall has a dip. He's hit the bar. That's a great chance. What a good effort from Bergvall. Good effort from Bergvall. Good turn. Good shot that rifled off the crossbar. That's probably the best thing we've seen from him or any of the midfielders in this game. Really unlucky there from the youngster. Great turn. Great shot from Bergvall, but it's still 1-1. The ball's now with Maddison. And now here's Bentancur. If people are saying the crowd is shockingly quiet, it's the European quarter-final. I mean, they've got nothing to really get up for. I mean, that shot that hit the bar should give them something, hopefully. Here's Mickey van der Ven. We know what's going to happen. This is going to be all our possession and all their counterattacks. It's who can get it right. Here's Christian Romero. Into Bergvall. He's got into a good position. Oh, I thought he could have knocked that in first time. He's laid it back to Johnson, who lays it off to Porro. Porro crosses in. Solanke, again, it's fallen to Son. Have the shot. Son, what a save from the keeper. What a save from the keeper. Sonny has dug one out. It looks like, let's have a look at this again. It looks like it's just, I think it may have flicked up off the defender, but it was a good height from the keeper in the end. Let's have a look. Did it? Well, I don't know. It might have caught his toe. Good height for the keeper, in all fairness. But I think, but a good chance, 2 good chances for Spurs in 10 minutes there. There's the header across, and we've hit the bar again. That's 3 chances in the last 3 minutes. Bergvall's hit the bar. That header from Bentancur hit the bar, and Son has tipped one over. So Spurs getting closer. Oof, close. Spurs are getting closer. They've ramped it up in the last few minutes, and we're going to have to keep doing this. We're going to have to do this. We're going to have to get this second goal. But they're showing the Bergvall chance again. Good effort, Son. Good effort. Right foot. Yeah, good effort. It's kind of hit it's hit the cross of the goal, isn't it? So hit the bar twice. We've got to get one of these in as Frankfurt try and play it out from the back. And well defended by Bentancur. And it's a throw-in to Frankfurt down on the right-hand side. So the ball is at the feet of Vicario. We've got to get one of these in. We've got to get one of these in. Cannot be going to Germany without a lead. Here's Porro, plays it down the line to Brennan Johnson. Come on, Brennan, something. You've done nothing all game. And then Brennan Johnson, his ball it was poor, but Maddison, and a good save again for the keeper. And I'll tell you what, the chances are coming now. The chances are coming. We've got to score while we're on top. Here's Son, dinks a ball into a Dogie. He whips it across and then headed clear by Robin Koch. And Spurs are playing much better. And James Maddison with a little bit of class there. Watch this. Brennan Johnson gave the ball away. Maddison won it back. Took his player on. Took his bloke out with a bit of skill. Had a low down shot. Saved by the keeper. And Maddison's just got that bit of something in his feet, hasn't he? Spurs have to score while we're on top. Now the ball whipped in by Maddison. Cleared by Ekatike. Son, no, it's offside. Sorry, Son was going to keep it alive. But a much better 5, 6, 7 minute spell from Tottenham here. We've got to get a goal. I think we need 3, but at least 1 more. But keep it tight at the back. We do not want to be sucker punched. Keep it tight at the back. Ekatike now does well. Holds it up. Lays it off to Tiete. Here's Larson. He's playing a bit deeper than when I normally see him. Normally a bit higher at the pitch, but playing a bit deeper here. There's the ball played down the line. And Frankfurt have a break here. It's 3-on-3. Mickey van der Ven is trying to get back. Brilliant from Van der Ven, but then given away. And now Frankfurt have space on the left-hand side. Here's Tiete. Shoots. Blocked. And now it's Frankfurt's turn to have a little bit of pressure. Frankfurt, oh. The ball now out to Tiete. He's played it down the line. The ball's whipped in. It's gone all the way through. It could be cleared by Son. Son clears it, given away by Solanke again. He is dreadful. Sorry. He'll probably score now. I've said that. Here's Mario Götze. The ball's played out wide. Christensen plays the ball across the face of goal. No one there from Frankfurt to put it in. And Frankfurt having their chances now. Oh, tell you what, this game is getting lively. Now in the second half, it seems like a cup tie. Spurs had three or four good chances. Then Frankfurt there with a couple of opportunities. Again, we've got to watch the counter. We've got to watch this counter. It's all well and good having these chances, but if we don't score and leave ourselves wide open, we know what's coming. Simon Thompson, go away. You're being stupid. Sorry, I've just blocked him. He's being stupid. I saw 2 or 3 and thought, I'll leave it. Here's Bentancur. Spurs playing it out from the back. Porro clears it. It's been given away. And then Maddison mops up, gives it to Udogie. Now up wide to Son. Given away. And then a free kick against the Frankfurt player. I didn't see what happened. Sorry, I was doing... The foul on Son. Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's have a look. So Sonny cut inside. And the first tackle was clean. Oh, I see it. Right, okay. It was Bahoya who came in from behind. The counter's going to get us. This is what I'm saying. Top teams will counter us. Top teams will counter us. So Bahoya with a yellow card for a cynical foul on Son. So 28 minutes or so for Tottenham. We've got to take a lead there, guys. I don't want to go to Germany with a draw or a defeat. Really cool, calm defending from Tiete to get the ball back to the goalkeeper. And Fiorentina are 2-0 up in their game. Fiorentina are 2-0 up in the Conference League. The ball given away by Yeah, given away by Son. He wants the foul. He's not going to get it. And now Frankfurt are going to try and work it through the midfield. The ball's played through. Here's Ekatike. He's onside. He's running. Van der Ven couldn't quite get to him. Here's still Ekatike. Brilliant hold-up play. That is what you want to see from Solanke. Brilliant hold-up play. Here's Tiete. Plays the ball down the line. The ball's chipped across the back post. It's gone all the way through. Spurs. Oh, it should have been two. I'll tell you what. Golden chance for them as well. Chances at both ends. Chances at both ends. Chances galore. We are just so wide open, aren't we? We are so wide open. So wide open. Got to be careful. It's all well and good. It's all well and good having those chances. But if you leave yourself this prone, every time they're getting in down the wing, the cross is coming across and there's nobody at the back post marking these players. And we're lucky there. That should have been a second goal. Scully, I don't know if Solanke's better than Richie. I don't know what Solanke does to be liked. I find him really infuriating. He is not a goal scorer. So Frankfurt trying to play it out from the back now. They've given it away. Here's Bergvall. Can we be in here? Bergvall. Oh, I thought he could have played him in a bit sooner. Here's Madison. And then the ball's given away. I really think he could have played him in Bergvall first time. Now the ball down the line. Ekatike. Guess where he is? That's right. He's on the left-hand side. One-on-one with Porro. And Porro's done well to block the cross. Tell you what. How wide open are we? It is mad. Can you bear with me 1 second? So sorry, everyone. So sorry. No, naughty boy. Sorry. Naughty. Sorry, having a puppy nightmare. So here's a Dogie. Lays it back to Bentancur. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I'm so sorry, guys. Nah, not hearing it. Nah. No, sorry. I'm Dan. I don't care. We're friends. I'm not hearing this. His shocking hold-up play is nothing to do with the tactics. I'm so bored of the excuses for him. What does he do? No. So here is a Dogie. I'm sorry, I just can't. You can't blame a player's hold-up play and poor touch on tactics. That's just not how it works. So can Spurs find a goal here? Sonny on the left-hand side. Plays a good ball into Udogie. Pull it back. Udogie flashed across goal and blocked for a corner. So still 1-1 with 22 minutes to go. Oh, is that Aussie Ange guy here? Oh, God, he's a nightmare. So a corner kick from Spurs. Whipped in, flicked over. No one there. Christensen's going to get this away for Frankfurt. He plays it long, down the line, over the top. Ekatike is going to chase this, but Sonny gets there first. And then Bergvall gives the ball away in a really dangerous area. Frankfurt now are coming forward. Here is, I tell you what, luckily for Spurs, they didn't go, they went sideways first, but Bergvall giving the ball away. And it's going to be Frankfurt on the left-hand side. Play the ball across the middle. Just got to watch out. We don't get hit with a sucker punch. And a free kick given away for the foul on Pedro Porro. There's 21 minutes to go. We've got to find a winner here. We've got to find a winner. They've had chances this half. We've had chances this half. Yeah, so at the moment, Bahoya is coming off for Frankfurt. He did just get booked. Bahoya is coming off, the youngster, and on in his place is Chabi. I don't know too much about this player, so I can't tell you anything, I'm afraid. But Chabi is coming on. Yeah, but he's not a good finisher. You're saying he's not a target man and a hold-up play. What does he do then? Like, I don't know what we're doing here. What does he do? Mate, I don't think he can score goals. His goal-scoring record is absolutely crap. Absolutely crap, his goal-scoring record. Anyway, we have got 20 minutes to go to find this elusive second goal. I just don't think 1-1's going to cut it. Here's Udogie bombing forward down the left. Done well. Was tripped. Free kick. He's good at that, isn't he? He's good going forwards. And Christensen with the yellow card there. Confirmed it was Christensen with the yellow card. So Tottenham with a dangerous free kick. It's on the left-hand side of the just to the left-hand side of the box. James Maddison's going to whip this in right-footed. There's no one else near him, so I can confidently say that. So there's the ball whipped in to the box. It's headed away by the Frankfurt player and out for a corner kick for Tottenham Hotspur. So a corner kick for Spurs. Got to get that goal, guys. Got to. Spence is on the bench for people asking. Jed Spence is on the bench. By the way, Rangers are still holding Athletic Bilbao. It's 0-0. They had a man sent off in the 13th minute of the game, 1-3. So can they hold them out for another 20 minutes for a good draw? It's Porro, corner kick, headed. Bentancur this time wasn't a good header, straight at the goalkeeper. But this game is wide open for anyone that wants to take it at the moment. Spurs are more possession, but when Frankfurt get in the counter-attacks, They look dangerous. Everybody knows how to play against Spurs, don't they? Everyone knows how to play against Spurs. There's a good ball out wide. Here's Christensen. Christensen on the right-hand side for Frankfurt. Lays the ball off Chaibi's giving it to Goetze. That's a great ball. Goetze to the back post. They're in it. And I'll tell you what a vital block that was from Bentancur. Good cross from the right-hand side. Went right to the back post. A really good cross. And luckily, Bentancur did very well. Bentancur, for me, always looks decent, I think, when he's not playing top teams. However, here's Christensen. Lays it back. So, Frankfurt just putting their foot on the ball, having a little bit of possession. So the ball has rolled across to Tiete. He's gone down the line. And they've won a throw-in deep, just down by the corner flag. I agree, Chalks. I agree. A proper manager, I think you'll win this game easily. A proper manager. Do. I'd give Richarlison a few minutes up top, you know. I'm bored of Solanke. I'm so bored of watching him. So 74 minutes nearly gone. No sign of substitutions as the ball is played out by the Frankfurt keeper, but it's a poor goal kick and it's out for a throw-in to Tottenham Hotspur. Kipspur, he wishes he had the numbers that not Nunes has got in his career. He wishes he had those numbers. Are we just starting to lose momentum here? Or have we got another wind in us? But they're not, Reezy, are they? The players aren't all bang average. That's just ridiculous. They're not all bang average. Here's Romero running through. Good tackle from the Frankfurt defender, but gives Spurs another corner. We've been good with these in this second half. I think we've won three. I think we've had 3 efforts at goal from corners. Romero, what's he doing up there, though? And Robin Koch with the tackle. So there's a corner whipped in. It's gone over everybody, cleared. Oh, I think there's 2 players there. It's a foul against somebody from Spurs, and it's going to be a free kick for the foul on Tiete. I think he's a good player, the left back. Sometimes I see him, he's at centre half. Sometimes he's at left back. I think he's a good player. So his Spurs on the right-hand side, Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson's lost the ball immediately. He is dreadful. He is utter. I don't want to hear that he scores tap-ins. He is utterly dreadful as a footballer. Yeah, he's done really well to get us here, hasn't he? We've beaten Karabag, Elfsborg, Alkmaar, Ferencvaros. Yeah, he's done remarkably. So 77 minutes gone. A goal kick to Frankfurt. Got to find a goal. I tell you what, I do not want to go to Germany 1-1 as Romero wins a header, but it's given away. Then given away by Frankfurt. Then Romero wins it back. Bentancur goes long, looking for Solanke. Easily dealt with. And now Tiete can clear it. It's gone all the way to a doggy in the left back area. Is anything going to budge here? There's the ball over the top, nowhere near its man. And I tell you what, we had that 5 minutes, didn't we, where we looked dangerous. Now Udogi's down. I think he's down and he's stayed down. I don't know if it might be cramp. He's not. So Spurs are bringing on Spence, Tell, and Sarr. Spence, Tell, and Sarr. Spence, Tell, and Sarr are coming on from Tottenham. So, Son, by the way, Athletic Bilbao have got the breakthrough. Bilbao have the breakthrough in Glasgow. So Rangers 0, Bilbao 1. So 3 players in, 3 players out. I didn't see it. Apologies. I didn't see it, but you guys will all see. So I'm guessing Maddison was one of them. Yep, he takes off the skillful player. So Teller's come on. So Son and Maddison off. Tell, Spence, and Sarr on. Porro and Brown are both down. Porro and Brown are both down. So the Bilbao goal, by the way, the Bilbao goal is under VAR review. Pedro Porro back to us. You've not missed anything, by the way. I just find it a bit weird taking off your only playmaker. I don't ever get it. I don't get it, taking off your only playmaker. And yet Solanke stays on. Solanke stays on. It's all a bit weird. As Sarr puts the ball out for a throw into Frankfurt. And Spurs need to find a second and third win here, because this game is going to peter out and we're going to end up in Germany away from home with a draw. We've only got 8 or so minutes to do something here. Here's Bentancur. Out wide to Matisse Tell. Tell lays in Spence. Spence pulls it back. There's Johnson. Oh, it's dreadful. That's dreadful from Brennan Johnson. That truly is dreadful. That's truly, truly dreadful. It was a good ball. Tell laid in Spence. Spence pulled it back. It went all the way across the area to Johnson, leaning back. And he has skied it over the bar. And you've got to score those. You've got to score those. Anyway, here's Gertzer at the other end. He's played in. I don't think he's going to keep that on. He tried to play in Brown down the left-hand side, but he couldn't get there. He's asked way too much of him. And here's Pedro Porro, gives it to Bergvall. It's been an up and down performance from Spurs tonight. It's been an up and down. Up and down, I think it's fair to say. Here's Romero. What have we got? We've got 6.5 minutes left. Here's Solanke, lays it off to Porro. Here's Bergvall. He goes back to Porro. Again, it's that delicate balance now, isn't it? We want to score a goal, but we don't want to let them on the counter-attack. We don't want to let them have an opportunity on the counter-attack. Here's Porro, whips the ball in, cleared easily by Frankfurt. And now here's Tiate. He's cleared it long, but only as far as Bentancur. He goes back to Spence. And Bentancur's down injured. So it's been, I mean, we had that 5-10 minute spell, didn't we, in the second half? Yeah, by the way, the Bilbao goal has been disallowed. It says here on my app that VAR are checking for a penalty. Anyway, here's Jed Spence. Goes into Bentancur. As Bergvall whips the ball wide. The ball whipped in. It's gone all the way across. I'll tell you what, it wasn't the worst ball in the world there. It wasn't the worst ball in the world. The Spurs fans, the players are adamant it's a corner, and I think they've got it in the end. No? Have they got it? I don't know what's going on here. It wasn't the worst ball. It kind of whipped to the back post. Let's have a look at this again. So Tell gets the ball out wide, whips it to the back post. And they're saying that Tiate got a touch. Let's have a look. It's going very quickly. Did he? He got a touch, didn't it? It should be a corner. Wasn't given. And the game goes on. And now it's a throw-in. And Christian Romero's going to get booked. Is he? Oh, I thought the ref got his card out. No, sorry. I thought he got his card out. So Rangers are still 0-0. Rangers are still 0-0. What a valiant performance that is going to be from them. They can keep that. I mean, it's a tough task going to Bilbao, but valiant effort against the tournament favourites. Here's Frankfurt now. They've given the ball away. And here's Brennan Johnson. He's laid it off. Tiete's fallen over. Here's Solanke. Pulls it back. And that's crap from Solanke. He is awful. I've said this. I didn't want him in the summer. This guy is not at this level. Brennan Johnson did well. Nicked in. Gave it to Solanke. And Solanke it was just like a nothingy ball. Look, it just like... Oh. Have a shot. Do you know, absolutely. Have a shot. Make the keeper work. Do something. But here's Frankfurt. To Tiate. He goes down the line. Surely not a sucker punch. Here's Robin Koch. There's 3 minutes plus injury time here. Frankfurt look nervy. But the ball's gone out for a throw in too, Frankfurt. They look nervy, but we we give opportunities on the break. This is going to be a horrible last 4 or 5 minutes. Richarlison's coming on in the 88th minute. I just think he's really poor. I think we're seeing what we knew we'd get from him. So at the moment, hang on, there's a ball over the top. Van der Ven's mopped it up though. I mean, if it wasn't for Van der Ven's pace, these balls over the top would be causing so much trouble. Here's Tieté on the left. There's 2 minutes of this game left for either team to do something. Good play from, I think that was Brown. Was that Brown? Yeah. Good play from Brown. Good footwork. He got away from his man and then was clipped, number 21. And now Ekitike is going to come off in the 89th minute. His goal, really good goal. I want to see Solanke do that in a game, you know. I agree. It was like 5 to 10 minute period of otherwise what has been a very lackluster performance for me. And it's Wahi coming on. Good, exciting young player, Wahi. I think he's been injured a bit lately. 89 minutes gone. The ball's now with Mario Götze. Götze gives it to Brown. Back to Brown. I think this is Larson. Back into Tieté. He goes back across to the defender. He's going to go all the way home. I think they're going to settle for a draw here, aren't they? The ball is launched forward. Götze, lovely touch. Brings it down to Brown. Now to Götze. There's Brown again. He's fouled by Bergvall. And Frankfurt have a free kick. So Frankfurt with a free kick. We're into injury time. The ball is curled in. It's cleared by Spurs. Excuse me. Then the ball played into our box. Romero heads it clear, though, to Porro. Porro's closed down. It's going to be a throw into Tottenham Hotspur. So they're going to kill some time, Frankfurt here. They're bringing on 2 subs. There are 2 minutes of injury time to go. And listen, this is a much better result for them than us. Let's call it for what it is. This is a much better result for them than us. Man United currently look like they're going to get a point in their game. Man United look like they're going to get a result in their game. 1-1 they are at Lyon. Here's Frankfurt in midfield, winning the ball. Then Brennan Johnson can clear it, but he swiped it only as far as their player. Then to Bergvall, who gives it away. Bergvall now comes away with it. He's fallen over. And now Frankfurt are on the attack here. No, they've slowed it down. I think that they're going to be very, very happy here, aren't they, to take a point. Now the ball at the feet of the centre half. He goes out wide to Christensen. He plays the ball down the channel. Sliced clear by Romero. It was a slice, but Jed Spence can bring it down. Then he loses the ball. Then to Bentancur. Bentancur puts it out wide to Tell, who's run it out of play. And there's going to be 1 minute left. And as it stands, this is a very good result for the German team. As it stands, a very, very good result. And Spurs have won a free kick. It's about 35 yards out, maybe. Oh, Matt, please stop. No, how can it be? This is the home leg of a European doubleheader. You've got to stop saying stupid shit. Man United have nicked a goal away in Lyon. Man United have nicked a goal away in Lyon. What a massive goal that could be for Man United. Here's Pedro Porro with a free kick. This is surely going to be the last chance for Tottenham. The cross comes in, headed across goal, and it's gone over the bar. It nearly dipped. Oh, it nearly dipped in. Van der Ven was flying in at the bottom there. And I don't know if it was going in, but the keeper's tipped it over anyway, I think. Let's have a look at this again. So the free kick headed back across goal by Bentancur. Van der Ven, I don't know if it was going. Let's have a look. Was this hitting the bar? Was it going in? So Van der Ven got the slightest of touches. I think it might have hit the bar, but it was very, very close. Joshua Zirkzee with the goal for Man United. This is it now. Corner kick Tottenham. This is it. Got to get something here. Low, cross, whipped in, cleared, back to the corner kick taker, cleared again. Now Sarr plays it back to Spence. Why he is chasing him down. Why he's going to close this ball down. Vicario clears it. Is there one more chance for Spurs here? The ball has gone to Sarr. He's given the ball to Tell, who's given the ball away, and it's a throw-in to Frankfurt. The ref's looking at his whistle. I think he's going to blow it here, you know. Tiate is going to take this throw. Doesn't know whether to go down the line, but I think the ref's going to blow it here. I think this is it. And the game is over. We're still in it, but you've got to win your home games, haven't you? You've got to win your home games. Let's call it for what it is. It's dropped. It's a dropped result if we're going to be completely honest here. Tottenham Hotspur have failed to beat Frankfurt at home. And again, in the Europa League, any good team that Ange has come up against, he can't find a way through. We had some good chances. They had some chances. But listen, look at the smiles on their faces. They're going to be very, very happy with that result. We could have scored. We didn't score. They could have scored a couple. But for me, you've got to be winning that game. Let me just quickly go over to the Man United game. By the way, Rangers at the moment, there's 12 minutes of injury time in their game. At the moment, Man United have got 4.5 minutes of injury time to see out to get an away win in Europe, which would be absolutely massive for them. Absolutely massive for them. Again, for me, just to hang on, they're in it, United. They're in it. They're in it. They're in it. Oh, I should have scored. Whatever way we look at it, it's a poor result. It's a very poor result. They're going to be very different in Germany. And again, of course, the Ange inners saying it's a good result. It's not a good result in any way, shape, or form. Danny, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, all right after that game.
Yeah.
Didn't quite go our way, did it?
I mean, I don't subscribe to that. For me, I just think it's poor finishing, wide open at the back. Did we learn anything tonight, Dan? Is that just another Spurs-like performance? Wide open, had a spell of possession where we didn't capitalise. And for me, Frankfurt have got to be favourites now, haven't they?
Do we ever learn? It hasn't looked like it over 2 years. And again, inverted wing backs. Porro. More side Porro, one side. I'll give it that.
Yep.
How many times they catch us out there? 4, 5? One of them conceding a goal. I thought Adoje looked significantly better in the second half. But by the end, I think you could definitely tell he was knackered. But why we did not start with Spence on either side of that, I have not got a clue. And then to top it, I'm just going to have to put this blunt. What a dickhead taking off Maddison again. When you know you need that goal and you're at home and he goes and leaves Johnson on the pitch when Johnson had an absolute awful game. Why take off Maddison again? Because he doesn't look unfit.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I've been told the same way you have. Welcome, Mark. I've been told the same you have. Is that this is our everything, and yet you're taking off your playmaker who created your goal. You're taking him off with some minutes to go. You're leaving on Brennan Johnson, who, again, when Brennan Johnson's not scoring tap-ins, is one of the worst players in the Premier League.
He's useless.
How Solanke is playing 90 minutes every week for Tottenham at the moment, for me, I'm going to say it is a travesty. This is one of the worst strikers I've seen in a Tottenham shirt. For the money, for every, I think he's dreadful. Sorry, guys. Mark, what did you make of all that?
Very disappointed, mate, to be honest with you. I mean, apart from a little spell, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes in the second half, we had a lot of possession, didn't really do a lot. And to be honest with you, it didn't look like a Tottenham home team in a European tie.
No.
I agree. I agree.
That's what, it just didn't look like that to me. And, I'm watching it on the telly during the game. And a lot, there was a lot of singing from Spurs fans, but continuous. The German fans were supporting their team for 93 odd minutes. They never stopped.
Yeah.
That's how it used to be down the lane back in the day, from the home supporters.
Many
it's
years
not
ago
like
now.
that anymore.
No, it's not. I mean, I could hear the Frankfurt fans over the Spurs fans, bar a moment or two, all night long.
Yep.
And they're meant to be the ones with 6,000-7,000 now.
Yeah.
I think I heard "Go on, you Spurs," "Come on, you Spurs" say a couple of times, but then the Frankfurt ones got louder, and there's we're meant to have compared to them, they're about 55,000 roughly, compared to their 6,000 as such, and that is absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I mean, look, guys, by the way, Lyon have just equalised against Man U in the 95th minute. And again, it was an Onana mistake, a second mistake of the night. I'm just watching it again here just quickly. Ball was laid back, a soft shot at him that he's parried into the path of the player. They're asking for offside.
What a strange keeper. Inter Milan, he was very, very good.
If you hear any commotion in my place in a minute, my missus, 2 lads here, they're both United supporters and they're in the other room. I have to yeah, they're in there, man. So they'll probably be going mad in a minute. You'll hear it.
Yeah, look, for me, look, back to our game. Look, guys, whichever way you spin it, when you're playing in a 2-legged game, and the second leg is away, you've got to go there with a lead. And most people were saying we needed to go there with a 2-goal lead because they won't be that submissive in the second leg in their own ground. They will not play like that in the second leg. I've watched them play at home. They will attack more. That's a huge chance missed, isn't it, guys?
Isn't it usual? Same Spurs, different game, different day. It's like we're not made for this, basically. Literally everyone in that player every player in that team just looks totally out of sync. Even down to Solanke. I don't rate him personally, and I agree with you on what you said in his first touch. But he shouldn't even be having to hold the ball up. He is not a target man. That is not how he was played against Bournemouth.
What is he? What is he? Please, can someone enlighten me?
What I saw at Bournemouth, he's just the one you get just outside or inside the pitch. He charges and bangs it in the back of the net, or he gives it a good header. He's not a bloody target man playing back to goal half the time or coming back so deep.
I don't know what, I'll be honest. As I said in the summer, listen, I'm not making tonight about Solanke, but this is every game I'm saying this, guys. You know I'm consistent.
I'm agreeing with
you. I didn't want Solanke in the summer. I've seen so much of him this season that I don't want him still. But guys, for me, the worrying thing is, Mark, you hit the nail on the head. I'm thinking to myself tonight, European tie at home.
Yeah.
Come out of the blocks, go at them. We come out the blocks, slow pass, slow 5-yard passes. The Ange fans say we're just warming up. Remember under Harry Redknapp, we start a game within 30 seconds, we're at them. We're going at teams.
Yeah.
This is becoming boring, isn't it? Isn't it becoming boring watching this?
It is just boring, mate. It's the same stuff. You know what's going to happen because nothing changes. You know, we have these conversations between all of us regularly in our little groups. And before it kicks off, you know, like today, for argument's sake, Savva, you name 10 of the 11. You put it out there, these will be 10 of the 11. You got one wrong. But who thought Spence wouldn't be playing today?
Oh,
in all honesty.
Ridiculous.
He's been our best player for what, 3 months now. He's definitely more consistent on the defence, but also good enough going forward. And he didn't play him either side. I mean, apart from that goal, I thought Porro did not have a good game. I still think stick him up on the right-hand side, you'll see significantly better. I thought Udogie's first half was shocking, but I thought his second half was significantly better.
Agreed. I agreed. Billy Beard said, Maddison is shite. Stop bugging him up. He can't run. He can't pass the ball. He's got the most assists this season at Tottenham Hotspur. I hate to break it to you. Who assisted for the goal tonight? Did you see his footwork in that second half where he created that chance for himself?
Around 4 players.
What a
Savva, I've got to say, I don't know if you've touched on it at all because obviously I was watching the game. But at 77 minutes, whether your playmaker is not as, you know, efficient as he was earlier in the game, maybe not creating as much, the chances are he's going to create something between the 77th and the 93rd minute.
Yeah.
Why take him off? Why take him off? I don't get it.
What makes me laugh, though, Mark, is he takes him off, but Brennan Johnson stays on for the 90 minutes. And you know, let's be fair. Richarlison came off in the Richarlison came on for Solanke in the 89th minute.
Yeah. So
Solanke done nothing all game, gets 90, basically. Johnson gets all the 94 minutes, 93 minutes. Maddison, no, you're coming off, mate. It's mind-blowing. The decisions from this manager are mind-blowing.
Savva, I agree with you. And like we've said before, it's not like it happens every now and again. It's virtually every week there's something. There's something with him, whether it's substitutions, whether it's horseshoe football, whether it's his tactics on the pitch, whether it's his ineptness. Call it what you want, mate. He is shocking. And I can't believe he can't get them players up for a quarter-final of a European tournament. At home, 62,000 people. Like Dan says, 55,000 of ours. And he couldn't galvanise them enough to put in a performance to get that crowd roaring. Because that's what gets the crowd roaring. I just don't get it, mate. Honestly, I just don't get it. And, you know, we play like that in the reverse fixture. We're getting thumped because you're spot on. They're not going to just sit there and wait for us to come at them. They're going to be having a go at us.
The worrying thing for me, look, all of these Ange fans, all of these people, they've told us, don't worry about the performances in the league. It's not about that. Right, they said it's all about the Europa League, and then we turn in. Listen, as I said, I think we had that 10-minute spell in the second half where we hit the bar twice, and their keeper made a save. And then after that, it was like, right, what have you got? And then Frankfurt started to have another good cross in the box, another counter attack, and I'm sitting there watching and thinking, we're not learning as a football team. We're not learning that his tactics don't work. They do not work.
I think in the second half, we did play significantly better than what we played in the first half, which wasn't exactly hard. But I think it was more than 10 minutes we had on them. But then, like you said, then they just came charging back with the same thing. How many times Son lost that bloody ball, even when he basically tried for the foul, which he used to get as well. He can't even do that properly anymore, the poor fella. His Premier League days are numbered, well and truly. And a lot of it was frustrating. I mean, Johnson, you can't take it away from him. He scored 16 goals. In that aspect, whether they're tap-ins, well, I mean, that one he put over the top, that was a Timo Werner sort of shot. And he scored the goals. Apart from that, he's absolutely useless on that pitch. But he gets in a position and scores a goal. So I can understand if we bring him on with, say, 20, 25 minutes to go, and you do need a goal. I can understand that because he does score them. But apart from that, I just don't see what anybody sees in him. And I still see a lot of people defend him purely on the fact that he's got the goals. He can't take his man on. He can't bloody cross. He can't pass the ball flat even. Half the time, he don't even get the penalty because he kicks it at the player and then it rebounds off him. How the hell did he stay on the box and Maddison come off the box when Maddison, and I'd say this game, Bergvall were our best two players? I don't think Romero had a bad game either, but I definitely see it more and more with him.
First half, Romero did. First half, have a look at him for goals.
Mm-hmm.
This is when people are saying he's played well. I don't think you're looking tactically. First half,
I didn't say he played. Cool.
No, I'm saying, look at that attack in the last seconds of the first half. Romero is nowhere. He gives the ball. Listen, I think Romero. This is why he frustrates me so much. He does so many good things in a game, but I've never seen such a good defender be so bloody unorganised and out of position and clumsy. And that was Conte as well as Ange. I'm not just going to say it's the tactics on him. Look.
Well, I think he had one of his better games to what he has recently. The thing that definitely slows him down, stops it. He slows it down. He gets forward with the ball quickly, like a ball-playing defender. And then all of a sudden... Now, the question for that is, for me, is it that he is just that slow at doing it when it comes to that final bit? Or is it just there is literally no one in a decent position to pass to?
Yeah, well, I looked at that in this first half because of the conversation we had the other day. There's a number of times where he looks up, he sees bodies, and then it just goes 5 yards to Van der Ven or slow. Listen, I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming any single player. For me, it's the same mark. It's the same football every week. That's the problem. Frankfurt today didn't need to do a lot to come and get a point from us. You know what I mean? They didn't need to do a lot. They got their goal, which obviously came from down the our right back area, like every goal does. But they didn't have to do a lot other than that to counter us. Yeah, got lucky with the bar being hit a couple of times, but they came down the other end. Again, a game isn't based on a second half, Phil. A game isn't. This infuriates me. We're just picking and choosing moments we like. A game is 90 minutes. And that first half, I don't think we deserve to be winning. The second half, I think, we slightly edged it. We had some good chances, but they had some good chances. They had a couple of good balls that flashed across. Ekatike got in again with a low shot in that second half. It's the same thing. Sorry, I'm so pissed off that I've been told it's all about Europa, and then we can't get up for it. That worries me.
I mean, that Ekatike, I think he's a player we should actually be looking at. He quite impressed me tonight. I thought he was pretty solid. I think he's a player that wouldn't do us no harm having a look at something like him instead of Tell, basically.
Sure.
Money-wise, I'm sure. Money-wise, well, he's got to get the options first. And money-wise, we could pay for him, and also wages-wise, we could pay for him. I think he's one we should definitely have a look at. Whether we do or don't is a different story.
He's got movement, Dan.
Definitely. I mean, I get what you're saying. A game is a 90-minute game, but then a game is also won or lost in a split second. That's football for you. And as all you actually have to do in a game is have one or two good moments and you can win that game. But we had good moments in that game, good chances, and we just did nothing as usual. But I think they cocked up just as much chances as we did. That could have easily been a 3-3 game. Sure,
but sure, I don't care about them. Dan, I don't care what they do. This is what we do every game. I don't care what Frankfurt do.
But you do care about them if they tap those 3 chances in the back of the net. They didn't. They had chances to do it. So did we. That could have been a 3-all game for me. They did not take their chances well. Neither did we.
Agreed. But my issue is I don't support Frankfurt. My issue isn't how Frankfurt set up their team. My issue isn't how they play out the back. It's none of my issue. My issue is that we're seeing game in, game out. We set up the same. We concede goals in the same way. Like when people like Phil are going, oh, that could have, that game could have been different second half. What about that chance at the end of the first half for Frankfurt? That should have been 2-1. And now it's a different game again. Both teams had chances to score. And that game should not have been like that. If you've got a proper, sensible manager, Frankfurt don't have those 2 chances. It's the same every week. It's the same thing every bloody week. And everyone just excuse after excuse after excuse for it. And I'm done with it. I'm done with the excuses.
I'm sick of knowing what's going to happen defensively
before it happens
in transition before it happens. And we keep getting told by everyone all the time that you're not football pundits. Who do you think you are? We're people sitting here watching, and the majority of the people, I would imagine, that are in the chat every week can see it too. So why does no one at the club see it? Because it's not like it's been going on for a few weeks. We have been saying the same stuff for 18 months. Yep. And not just us, by the way, a lot of people. And it's been allowed to carry on like this for 18 months. Now, Dan and Savva, in the past with this chairman, shit like this goes on, they're gone, mate, because he ain't having it. Right? So what is so different this time? And don't tell me just because we're in the Europa League still, because that is a load of old crap.
I don't think it is. I disagree. I think that is the main reason he's still there.
Oh, no, man.
It can't
be. Give me what if it can't be? Give me another reason.
Okay, but so Dan, if that's the case, why hasn't every other manager lasted that was in Europe and been sacked before we're out of Europe, or sacked when we're in cups? Why? If that's the case, why is this manager different?
The one with Mourinho is, from what I know of on the papers, is the fact that he refused to basically rotate his team because he wanted his full team for the cup, and Levy wanted him to play his full team for the league. That's the way I understand that one. Tell me another manager that's been kicked out in a quarterfinal of a European Cup.
Well, yeah, but Dan, this guy should never have even got to that makes sense.
I know that.
Hang on, Dan.
You know that.
But your point only makes sense for this week. Name me a manager that's been sacked before the European quarterfinal. This manager should have been sacked a year ago.
I guess.
This manager should have been sacked a long time ago. Why are us being in Europe? You put a different manager in, you've got a better chance. That game tonight was Ange Ball at his best. Some good moments, followed by some very bad moments where the opposition, let's be fair, Frankfurt came to our ground tonight and did exactly what most teams do. Is that fair? They came and said, you know what? Tottenham can have most of the football, right? We're going to sit in. We're going to make it hard for them. But when we get the chance, we're going to knock that ball down into their right-hand channel where Porro is, and we're going to attack and move forward in a counter-attack, in a transition. This is the same every game. How can we be this predictable? How have we let this manager stay and do this for us every single game? I don't care that we hit I don't care all that.
The only logic thing I can think of is because he has given, random number, but 80% of Spurs fans what they wanted. Levy has. He's given a manager who attacks.
Don't say it.
Or, well, so they says he attacks. I don't think he does. But a lot of people did. He spent the money on the manager. and he's stuck through the manager through the thick and thin. And whether you like it or not, that is about what 75, 80% of Spurs fans asked for. So they've got what they asked for.
Yeah,
I'm not saying we did,
I'll
but
say
they've
right
got it.
here and now, Dan. If
And I
that's what
think it covers. I think that covers Levy's arse at the end when he sacks him and says, "I only gave you what you wanted." And Ange has also played into his hands with every bloody comment he's made.
Dan,
That
I
is the
can't
only
believe real
legit thing.
Spurs fans want to see what we've seen for the last 18 months. Not
Well,
real
go check
Spurs
it out
fans.
then.
And I don't care what people say. I'll come out and say real Spurs fans don't want to see that.
Yeah, but that's not your judgment to make. That's not your judgment to make.
It is.
Same
I can
as
say
it
what I
isn't.
want, Dan. It's my
I
opinion.
know, but it's not your judgment to make
It's
on who is
my
a real
opinion,
Spurs fan
Dan.
and who
I can be
isn't.
controversial if I want to be. It's my
When you
opinion.
get told you're not a real Spurs fan because you don't get behind your team, do you like it?
I don't care what people think, Dan. I don't care what people think. I'll support Spurs how I think's right. That's
So
my
do I.
opinion,
I
my
agree.
way to do it.
I agree.
don't care what
but people have
think,
different
mate.
opinions on it. So you can't. No,
I'm
the bit
saying
I
to
disagree
you
with
that
is
proper
real
Spurs
Spurs
fans,
fans.
if you understand what I'm saying, Dan, and I'm sure you do, proper Spurs
I'm
fans
on your sense.
don't want to see
disagree.
that. That is what I'm saying.
But there's
to
a
you.
lot of fans that do. So the other 50% that aren't real Spurs fans. In that's the only bit I'm arguing with you on.
Call them
None
what
of
you
us.
want, Dan. I've
None of
just
us
said
have
it.
a
How many
right to call
times do
them
I have
real
to say it?
Spurs
Proper
fans.
Spurs fans don't want to see that.
I disagree. Not with the proper Spurs fans or the real Spurs fans. Maybe some of the deluded ones are enjoying with this, but how many times have we been told we are not real Spurs fans because we don't get behind the team?
But I don't care what other people think, Dan, if I'm a real Spurs fan or not. If you do, that's up to you. If Savva does, that's up to him.
I'll ask you a question then.
What other people think, mate.
Have you ever complained about being called negative?
7 years, Dan.
Yeah, and 43
in my way. And I was there back in the day when we was winning cups.
But you've got to understand, people support different. People support it a different way.
Dan, and
there's plenty out there who says exactly. So the real Spurs moment.
No, I'm saying they're entitled to do that. I'm saying to you, proper Spurs fans, and you know what I'm saying when I say that, proper Spurs fans wouldn't have it, mate. Because I'm sitting here telling you I'm a proper Spurs fan and I'm not having it.
Look, I
and the
think
person next to you.
Different things. I think we're talking two different things here. Because look, I think the terminology you're using, Mark, is wrong, but I understand what you're saying. This is
I get what you're saying.
I've said it wrong. Sorry, I'm not very good with words, Savva.
No, don't worry.
Neither am I, mate. Don't worry about it.
Sorry,
mate. You don't have to. Mate, you never have to come on my
I'm
channel.
just trying to get my point across because I'm a real Spurs fan, Savva. You all know that.
No, mate, listen, the way I see it is this. I just think any fan that's seen success, any fan that really wants success wouldn't put up with, and let's be fair, most of the fans don't put up with this. How many fans you guys know that say, oh, I'm 40, worst manager I've seen. I'm 50, worst manager I've seen. I'm 60, worst manager I've seen. Look how many say it. What frustrates me is, this is the big one for me. Whether or not we want to call people real fans, fake fans, I don't care about all that. Whatever we label fans as, how any Tottenham fan is sitting and watching us play week in, week out and says, yes, this is the manager for me. They don't have the best interest of the club at heart. I'm not calling them a fake fan, but they don't. Because this is why Frankfurt tonight I'm not saying Frankfurt were bad, but Frankfurt didn't have to do a lot to come here and take a point.
No.
Right? It wasn't like they were backs to the wall, right? In the first half, other than that goal, we offered nothing, right? Other than that goal, sorry, guys, we offered nothing. Second half, we had that 10-minute spell from about 50 minutes to 60 minutes where we hit the bar twice with Bergvall and Bentancur. We had a low-down shot from Maddison, and I think there was another one tipped over. And we had that spell where you went, yeah, this is it. That's what it should have been like from minute 60 to minute 90. And that's what it used to be like, Mark, right? People would come to White Hart Lane and they would know they'd been in a game. We would be all over teams, peppering the goalkeeper. What we're doing, though, is we're having that 10, 15-minute spell and people are going, thought we played well. Well, yeah, we did for that spell. for that spell we played well, but a game of football isn't 15 minutes, right? For the first 10 minutes of that game, we were utterly awful, right? And then Ekatike just took us to the cleaners with that goal, right? Then in the second half, after that 15-minute spell, they had a 5-10 minute spell where they were flashing balls across our goal, playing balls into Ekatike, who I thought was excellent on the night. So for me, I think that fans, I think the terminology used by fans, Mark, is wrong. They say we played well. Yeah, we played well in patches, but these fans never seem to talk about, well, what about how wide open we are? If you go back and watch this game, right, and I'm going to show you this, guys, right? This was for the Ekatike chance. So when people are going, we should have been 3-0 up. Well, should we have? Look at this. This is Tottenham Hotspur at its best. This is, how many pictures, guys, have you seen me bring up of this all season? It doesn't matter who we play. And look, I'm going to base this against, look, ready? You've got that. This is tonight. Memorize that picture, guys. Ready? Now you got that. Same thing, 2 back. Then you got this. Same thing, 2 back. This is not one game. This is every bloody game. And fans want this. And the thing is, better teams put you away. Better teams put you away. And if this manager stays and we do this, if we, by hook or crook, if we get into that Champions League next year and we go in the Champions League and we are doing that week in, week out, we are going to be embarrassed. But we have got fans in the fan base going, you know what? I think we're playing well. I think this manager's good. Give this manager better players. I was told, though, guys, that when Van der Ven and Romero came back, I was told this wouldn't happen. I was told when Van der Ven and Romero came back, this wouldn't happen. Can anyone see Romero in that picture? Look at him busting a gut. He is the one, if I'm not wrong, he is the one just in front of Bentancur and Bergvall, busting a gut to get back. Because, again, tactically, we are set up to be that wide open. So any fan that wants this, right, I'm sorry, you clearly either like crap football or you don't have the best interests of the club at heart. I'm sorry.
I agree. But there's plenty out there who see light at the end of the tunnel, and I don't see how. I'm not making any of this right. I'm just chucking it in from the other side, basically. You even call it devil's advocate if you want. But there's just ways to say things, and I'm not good with words, Mark. I'm the first one to admit.
I'm the same.
I'm exactly the same.
Mate, no apologies needed. Look,
I get so frustrated with some people, and I'll say some, there's a lot, I'd say, that still thinks one way or another this is going to work. And for me, it hasn't been working for over 18 months. No. And the stats say it all, the facts say it all. But if someone believes in it and sees light at the end of the tunnel, that's their choice. But then you got your Tottenham back. You got what you wanted. That's what I say to that one. I just want what is best for the club. I do not support Angepostecoglou. I didn't support Conte. I didn't support Poch. I don't support Werner. I didn't support Kane. The list goes on. I support Tottenham. I want what is best for that club. And right now, this moment, and a few of those players are not best for this club. Agreed.
I just feel like we've been, we're kind of normalizing now being this wide open and easy to get at. We're normalizing it. And what I mean by that is Pep Guardiola at Man City doesn't normalize this. Look at it. They've done that this year. They've been wide open and everyone's saying, oh my God, what's happened there? Dreadful, blah, blah, blah. Liverpool, don't do this. Arsenal, don't do this. The Chelsea teams that have won, they don't do this, right? We're now normalizing that this is acceptable, that the manager can see what we see every week and doesn't address those issues. We're normalizing it. We've got a fan base of people that are normalizing not having to defend properly. They're normalizing a right back that's never at right back. They're normalizing yeah, counterattacks against us time after time after time. That's worrying for me. That is truly worrying.
I think you're putting it the wrong way round. Because you've just
Why?
gone and normalised. I'll explain. Because you've just gone and normalised it as well and showed us 3 or 4 different ways that we get done every single game. It is normal. That is the way we are. But it don't make it right.
No, but I'm not normalising it, Dan. I've been calling it out for the year to say this isn't normal. Stop it. Stop it. But these fans are actively enjoying this.
They're making it right.
Normalising it.
They're making it right. Maybe I'm just seeing it different because it is normal. We do it every game. Yeah. But they actually make it right, whereas we actually confront it and say this is wrong.
But the normalisation comes from, Savva, where it comes from is because he hasn't changed from day one. So that then becomes a normalisation to the fans that are going every week because it's all they're seeing every week.
Yep.
So it's good enough for them, not for everyone. It's not good enough for everyone. But to the people that pay, not necessarily to people that pay, but to the people that watch it, we all support our team every week, so we still all tune in to watch it if we're not there. Do you know what I mean? But because it's just the same thing that they're seeing every week, some people are like, well, this is how we play now, so we just get on with it. I don't get it.
The thing that makes me laugh, Mark, is there's so many things that are so easily fixed about this tactic. That's the frustrating thing. A top coach. Imagine Eddie Howe came in right now. I'm not even going to your Peps and your Klopps. I'm not going there. Right? Imagine Eddie Howe came in with his squad. Right? You're not seeing this. You're never, ever seeing this. You're not seeing it because that's not how he sets up his teams. Hence why his team is up there and is winning trophies. But we've got fans that are actively praising this manager, right? Again, guys, have a look at this Europa League. Who's he played? He's played 4 decent teams, right? Galatasaray, I say decent. Galatasaray have been shit this year. They played Galatasaray, lost. Rangers, drew. Roma, drew. Frankfurt, drew. Anyone who he comes up against that's half decent and has got a bit of know-how and their squad is okay, he can't beat. He can beat Elfsborg. He can beat Ferencvaros. He can beat Coventry. He can beat the worst Man United I've ever seen in my life. He can beat Ipswich Town, who are bottom. But he cannot figure out how to beat these teams. Frankfurt, by the way, none of you two haven't sat here and heard me praise Frankfurt. I didn't praise them before the game. I'm not praising them now. They're a normal, average European team in my eyes, guys, who have got a couple of dangerous players. You look at likes of Mario Götze, you look at Ekitike, Wahi, if he starts the next game. But they're an average European team. They probably finish mid-table in the Premier League. I don't know, maybe 8th, 9th. I don't know. But they've rocked up here, players out missing, not done anything special, and the smiles on their players' faces at the end told you
everything.
Yeah,
they're out.
We've done enough.
The thing is, again, and it's not necessarily going back on what you said, but it's normal at Spurs. Why can every team predict that we are open on the left or even on the right, but more on the left or our right, whatever way you want to put left or bloody right? Why is it every team knows you can even put it over the top or directly through the middle because there's no midfield there? It is normal at Spurs, the way we play like this. I'm not justifying nothing because it is absolutely terrible and you should not be playing like this, but it is normal. We've been doing it for 18 months. That is why 4 or 5 managers have come off that pitch and said, I know how to play Spurs, along with between 5 and 6 players that have come off and just, it's Spurs, isn't it? It's what they do. It's normal. We know how to do them. It needs to change.
It took Frankfurt 6 minutes to exploit our weakness.
Exactly, because it's that normal.
And the worrying thing is, did you see, first of all, getting in behind Porro is not Porro's fault. That's not Porro's fault. It's the way he's been asked to play. But did you then see the defending for Porro? Or sorry, the lack of defending from Porro to shut him down, put in a
He
tackle.
played him onto his strong foot, for God's sake. He played him onto his strong foot. And the idea of a defender is get on the opposite of that to stop the cross coming in. He put the player onto his good foot and made it even worse for himself. And the man is not a defender. It blatantly shows. I mean, half of it, yeah, even when it comes down to it, I can't blame Porro for as bad as some do. Because on the defensive side, I'm with you all the way. He's not a defender. Never in a million years. But he is not a number 10 either. And when he has to run back, how many times from a number 10 place or inverted up there to get back? How's anyone meant to do that? In that aspect, I've got a bit of sympathy for him. I still say we play him over the top on an open wing base. I feel we see a lot more out of him because a normal manager would have 3 at the back with that, so that he goes forward and the right centre back goes out to the right, and the other 2 come into the middle. But the ball comes over the other side, straight over to the other side. That's when you're playing 2 wing backs that are going forward that far, whether it's inverted or overlapping, you must have 3 on the back. Because otherwise, the normal thing happens at Spurs, where we just get talked with 2 bloody players there. If I can work this out, and he can't, and one last bit I'll say with this, Mark, when people say to you that you ain't a pro, you ain't this, you ain't got a clue, that's where you turn around and you say, well, you're the one who's sitting on your ass as well watching this, so what right have you got to tell me I've got a clue?
Yeah, that's right.
That's how I see it anyway.
That's right, man.
I want to read some super chats, but before I do, I'll tell you what's really worrying. And it goes unnoticed because they didn't score. But have you noticed every time a cross comes into our box, there's no Spurs defender at either side of the post defending.
Yeah.
Like there was that chance. And do you know what? Again, when we're talking about the chances, that chance they had in the second half where they countered, the through ball went into, I think it might have been to Bahoya. And I thought he's going to shoot and score this. And he tried to pull it back instead.
Yeah. They
did that from back to front in about 3 passes. Like that's not normal. Every game to be opened up by 3 passes. Let's have a look. Yeah. I want to big up Bryce. Says Savva, I want to talk positive. Mikey Moore is still nice and warm. I'm glad protecting him. The only reason Mikey Moore was on the bench today, guys, right? Because we're allowed 11 subs. Let me get through these super chats. Big up Amzo, who's been a member for 26 months. You poor thing, watching me for 26 months. Big up to you, man. So 5 words, and sacked on Good Friday. And we can only hope. But I'll be honest, I think even if we go out to Frankfurt, there's no point now with 6 games. By that time, there'll be 6 league games to go. No point. Let him see it through. Sack him in the summer. Big up to you, my man. Big up to Blaine Dev, always here, saying again, wondering what our tactical genius guru thinks taking off Mattis and seeing how Frankfurt were bad in the air, but waits till 85th minute for Richie. Again, you're right. Any other manager would see that we were dominating in the air. So why wouldn't you add Richie into that? Maybe with Solanke as well. He just doesn't do these sort of things, does he? Then you followed that up with a massive super chat. Big up to you, my man. Said, don't get me wrong, better going forward and some sparks, but at the back, scrambling, last ditch and a good stroke, very good performance, got a draw. In their park, they will be hard to break down. Blaine, I've been trying to explain to these people that are saying a draw's not a bad result. Frankfurt won't be this submissive at their own ground. Their fans will not allow it. It is a cauldron of noise. They will be spurred on. They'll have more chances and we will concede. Big up to you for that, Blaine. Really appreciate it. Ian JD said players and fans are completely disconnected and disinterested. This all has an air of why have I not been able to say that word? This all has an air of inevitability about this. Ange needs to go. Please, Levy. Big up to you, Ian. I can't disagree with any of that. Morton Barley, big up Gary. Said lose Thursday and Ange sacked on Good Friday. Good. Mate, I've been do you know how many streams we've done? We're talking about this man getting sacked and he survives everything. He could survive the plague, this guy. Like, he just survives everything. He could survive the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones. He could survive everything. Big up to you. Thank you very much. Vindaloo has come in. Thank you. And said, simple. It's about standards. It was Frankfurt. We're going to come to that in a minute. Big up to you, Vindaloo. I completely agree. I'm going to ask these guys about that. Thank you very much. And big up to Mark. He said, you tell him, brother. I think that's to you, Mark Cousins. All right. Sheriff, Dan's on here bullying your boy. You want to have a Danny when you next see him, mate. Big up to you. Guys, only want to go for another five minutes or so. But, and by the way, everybody, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, we're nearly at 17.1K. We're 19 away from that. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. The link is pinned. Guys, just for 5 minutes. The worrying thing for me in all of this isn't an amazing team we're playing. It's not like we're playing an old, we're not playing a big club. They're a good team. And what worried me is everyone's saying that there was no noise from the fans, that the atmosphere wasn't even there. Why are we now not even able to get atmosphere at the ground for a quarter-final of a European tie?
Because we're that drained. Because a lot of people are that drained. And I think the other reason you don't hear the same amount of noise that you do at Spurs. How do I put this? Because there's too much of a high amount of people on holiday. If that's the best way I can put it. There's Son fans, not Spurs fans. And that's no disrespect to anybody. It's just, for me, it is what it is. When I'd say 35% of that stadium is filled up with people who are just there to support Son, like some people were just here to support Conte, like God knows how many people come in to support Ange. And I think that is why definitely at this stadium, you don't get out of it what you should, because the majority is not in there really to support. Yeah, he's just put it right, Jimmy, tourist fans. And that's no disrespect for them, but that sort of kills the atmosphere in the game, unless Son does a magic moment. That's how I see it anyway.
No, agreed, Mark. Let me ask you this, Mark. In a week where we've seen them lot down the road, right, put in the performance they did against the reigning champions of Europe.
Yeah.
They came out. I mean, listen, I don't care. I'll praise Arsenal. I don't care. They came out the blocks against Madrid, put them under pressure, got balls in the box, attacked them. And then you see how we start this game tonight. How, Mark, are we not starting the game? I don't care about 15-minute spells. How are we not coming at them out the blocks, Mark? How are we not flying at this lot?
That I can't answer you the question to that, Savva, because I'm not the manager setting them out. What I can answer or try and answer to the question of the atmosphere. Now, I've never been in there. All right, I refuse to go in there, as you know, until he's gone. Right, but my son has been before. He's been to the old White Hart Lane before as well, Sav. Yeah. Right. So all I can say to you is, he says to me that the singing comes from different parts of the ground. It's not like in the old days of the White Hart Lane where maybe one stand would sing.
We are the South Stand. We are
there
the
you
South
go.
Stand.
All that sort of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're the shelf side and all that. Blah, blah. Right. So, but what I'm saying is you might get not a few fans, but a few thousand fans start a fan in one end of the ground. But it's not moving around the ground. So tonight, when I was talking about the atmosphere, as far as Tottenham fans were concerned, there were 3 or 4 really loud, we are the Spurs, blah, 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 blah. And you could hear it big on the telly. It was like all the 57,000 of our lot were singing, right? So you heard that 3 or 4 times, loud. But the German fans, as Dan said earlier on as well, never stopped for 90 minutes, Sav.
Yeah.
They
It
don't.
didn't even matter if there was a break in play. They were still singing and they never
don't.
stopped. And every time the camera panned onto their area, the flags were going. You could see them jumping around. They weren't sitting in their seats. They were all standing.
Mm-hmm.
And they were backing their team. And we don't, you know, from what I heard tonight, we don't back our team like we did back in the 80s. But I think a lot of that is to do with the ground and how the fans are in the ground. You know, if they could make, you know, the South Stand, the singing section, and there were 22 or whatever it is, 1,000 people banging out a song and got everyone going around the stand, around the stadium. But it doesn't work like that anymore, I don't think. He just it's in patches.
Yeah, great.
I agree. When I went there for the Fulham game, you're right. On the backing your team bit, I think that's another thing that people, I won't necessarily say got wrong, but I think it's just everyone sees it as a different way on how to back your team.
Yeah,
now, I'm all for being in the ground and cheering to win, but then that doesn't mean I've got to kiss their ass when I come on here when they played absolutely terrible. People say when you do that, you're not backing your team. You're not backing the... No, backing my team is wanting them to win, and I want them to win. But other people just see it differently in that aspect. I feel that if someone is good or a team is good, it deserves sunshine, blood, smoke up his arse. When they're that bad, they get told. And whether we like it or not, Arsenal were bloody good the other night. That is just being an honest football person. Just because I'm a Spurs supporter doesn't mean I can't say a team that we despise did not play well. It's same as like when there's a player you dislike that bad, which we've all got them. But on the end of your lip, you basically have to say, "But he's bloody good." But it's being realistic.
Like, get through to the semi and there'll be noise. Sorry, this is a quarter final of a
I don't get that comment. I don't get that comment at all, Savva.
No, I'm
listen, sorry, I don't.
Look, for me, at the end of the day, guys, I'm going to wrap up the show. But for me, at the end of the day, you've got to win your home game. You've simply got to win your home game. It's gone from, it cracks me up, the number of people that they almost forget that I can read their messages and go back and see them. The number of people who started off with, we must win, we're going to batter them 3-0. Then when we draw, we go, oh, no, it's not a bad result that. We could go out there and you're like, well, hang on. No one before the game said, yeah, a draw's a good result. A draw tonight for me, guys, I'm sorry, is not a good result.
No, it's not.
I don't care about we should have scored. They should have scored more. They should have scored more. We should have scored more. Doesn't matter what happened. We drew. And for me, they're going to be happier tonight. They're going to be the happier team.
The only thing you can say about tonight is it was a fair result. But it doesn't mean it was a good result, and it doesn't mean it's the result we needed. But it was a fair result. But I thought we could pull this off a bit better and maybe get a 3-1, 2-0, even a 2-1 out of it. But I was one of the ones saying that I need to have some confidence in this because what I have seen going on for 18 months, and this is not backing my bloody team. This is just saying it how it is. We've been that diabolical over the past 18 months. I don't feel safe going there without a 2-goal lead. Yeah. But it was a fair result. But again, it don't justify it and make it right.
Yeah, it's listen, I don't think it's going to be a whitewash or anything, but listen, you don't want to be going away for a second leg. You don't want to be going away. And for me, Mark, look, to round it all off, at the end of the day, I don't care hitting the bar. I don't care goalkeeper saves. At the end of the day, it's yet another game at White Hart Lane that we've not won. It's another game where we failed to win. And the people go, oh, well, that's not on Ange. It's not on this. Well, you know, they scored because we set up how we normally do. We failed to score because, again, where was the kitchen sink in the last 20 minutes? Where at home in a European Cup time, where's that? Do you remember the days of the kitchen sink?
Yeah.
You're throwing all your forwards on off the bench. All of them are going on. You're just whipping balls in the... None of that. None of that. None of that.
It was very disappointing, Sav, at the end of the day. For me, you've hit the nail on the head. One, it was all about atmosphere. I think once you get the atmosphere up in the ground and the players are doing some nice things earlier on, it'll push them on maybe. You never know. Do you know what I mean? But for me, apart from 3 or 4 big old chants that came out that I heard, there was nothing. There was nothing. It was nothing like I remember, like I said, you know. And I'm just so disappointed in Tottenham that we put up that performance at home. And I'm not saying, look, stranger things have happened, Savva, than us going to Frankfurt and nicking a win. Do you know what I mean? But the chances of it happening, playing this way, are very, very slim, as we all know. You know, but there's fans out there tonight that'll be celebrating the old 1-1 draw. We're still in it. Don't you worry about that. We'll give them a good hiding when we get there. Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see at the return, but don't hold your breath.
Mark, I'm not saying it's impossible to go there and get the win. All I'm saying is they will be the favourite. Surely they're the favourites.
Yeah, of course they are.
They're at home in front of their own fans. And listen, let's be fair, their manager would have looked tonight and all week on the training ground, they'll be talking about how to get in behind. But look, guys, I am going to leave it there. Look, everyone, I'll be back tomorrow. Normally I'm on at 10. Tomorrow I'm going to be on at 11. I've got a call at 10 a.m. I've got to take. So I'm on at 11 tomorrow. I'll put the link out for all my lot that can join. Thank you very much. It's been a 4-hour watch along. Big up to, I never know how to say this name, Gesslatoon. I'm guessing Gesslatoon, who was just putting a super stick up. Really appreciate you. Thank you for all the super chats tonight. You've been very generous. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribers. And look, we go there and we've learned nothing. I've not learned anything tonight from Spurs. I've not learned anything tonight from Ange. Dan, thanks for joining. Mark, thanks for joining. Take care, everyone in the chat. And I'm sure somebody is. Hang on, let me see if anyone's live. Is anyone live?
Still's just gone live.
Yeah, Still's just gone live now. Yeah.
All right, let me 1 second. 1 second. Let me.
I'm just jumping over there. Cheers for letting us on. I'll speak to you.
Yeah, I'll pop over in a minute, Dan.
Take care.
Bye, mate.
No worries. Right, I mean, if you could all go over to there and here we go, Tottenham away live. There we go. If you could just type in Savva Raid, that really helps. Mark, thank you very much. Dan, thank you very much.
Cheers, fella.
I'm going to get some sleep. I've been talking football all day. Take care, everyone. And as always, come on. You Spurs.
You Spurs.